What's good, everybody? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, the Grandmaster Troll, here to give you guys some of the best trolling content YouTube has to offer. Shout out to the Reject Army, Nif-Nons, dishwashers, bedwetters, the factors of the Black Order, gorilla pimps, gorilla simps, the single women out there, the people getting stolen in the streets or in podcasts, but more importantly, witness the power of the mic as the most dangerous troll on YouTube. Hit the like button coming in. I was going to do this stream last night, but it was a little bit late, and I wanted more people to watch, so why not just go ahead and knock it out in the morning? So let's see who we got in the chat. We got Brother Ray, Jay Martinez, Jamil, Koja Malik, Rollo. He says check my email. I'm checking it right now. Okay, I'm checking it right now. Rollo, looks like Jessica X removed her Instagram account. That's right, the Instagram where she was supposed to cam up and show you guys all these amazing pictures that you guys could sip over. Well, it appears that the Jessica X Instagram account, very, very short-lived. Obviously, one of the biggest disappointments of Black YouTube. I guess we'll talk more about Jessica X later on. Let's see who else we got. We got, I said Reed Jones. We got Pastor 40. We got Tanya Hicks. And it looks like Tanya Hicks is the first person in the chat without a mod. So Tanya Hicks gets the first mod of the day. We got Stefan / Educated Tyrone. Abdul Beatboss. Who else? And that looks like about everybody. Well, we got close to 50 people watching. Hit the like button. We got a lot to talk about before I get into the main topic. There's other subtopics we're going to get into, and it's only befitting that we got to talk about Black male leadership. That's right. We got to talk about Black male leadership. We got Mike Green Eyes in the building, JP of the New Orleans Saints. We got to talk about Black male leadership because every day y'all Negroes come up short, and instead of trying to fix and make Black male leadership better, we'd rather be on the Fresh and Fit podcast showing our asses. See, whenever you get away from the mission, Whenever you stop building up strong black men, this is what we get. And we had another failure of black male leadership on the national stage. So we gotta fly. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. We gotta fly all the way to Wisconsin to see more failures of black male leadership on a national stage. I gotta talk about your boy, Javon Howard. For you, those of you guys don't know who Javon Howard is. No, Fab Five, Michigan. Had a long, successful career in the NBA. Think went to a couple of all-star teams. What a borderline Hall of Famer. I don't think he got in, but he could be a Hall of Famer based on what he did. Fab Five with Michigan with Chris Webber, Jalen Rose, Jimmy Jackson, and Ray King, the five freshmen back in the 90s. Well, he was at Wisconsin getting his team getting his ass whooped. Michigan, it's supposed to be a powerhouse, but they're not playing up to expectations. They might not make the NCAA tournament. No, they're on the bubble right now. He up there at Wisconsin. They down 15, getting their ass whooped. They lose the game. And this is what happens in the handshake line when you're supposed to, shake the other team's hand, wish him good luck the rest of the way. Javon Howard is mad because the other coach called a timeout. And we all know you could call a timeout whenever you want to. But this is what happened to your boy, Javon Howard. Let's see if I can bring it up for the people. Your boy.
Howard not going over immediately to shake hands. Now he's going to get in the line. Interesting finish here. 77. Oh, see, and they're going at it. Howard and Guard are not happy right now as the two of them continue to have words. We told you Javon Howard was not happy about that timeout. And Javon Howard just threw a right hand. And now we got a scrum. We have a scrum in Madison. Players are pushing and shoving. This is an ugly scene. This is an ugly scene.
Oh, my God.
Trying to get separated, and there's no doubt it all stems from the timeout by Greg Gard. Now, that's not an excuse for this, but that is what angered Javon Howard, and it spilled over into this. And you saw Howard and Greg Gard nose to nose.
I knew he was. I wouldn't be happy either, but there's no excuse for this. Absolutely not.
Zero excuse. This cannot happen.
Cannot. You walk away and you call him on the phone.
Stop the show. Stop the show right there. We gotta break down what happened. Javon Howard, his team lost. They on the bubble. First four in, now they're probably the last four out, meaning they gotta go to the NIT tournament, Javon Howard's gonna be on the hot seat now because the team's not playing up to snuff. But to make things worse, in the handshake line, when all you gotta do is shake the other coach's hand and walk your muppet ass back in the locker room, your boy Javon Howard, who's in his feelings. There's a problem with a lot of BMs. We saw it with Tommy Sotomayor. This is the problem with BMs. They don't wanna hold their own nuts, They don't wanna hold and take their L's the way they supposed to. What you supposed to do in the handshake line. Shake the hand, wish him well, and walk on. But what happened was Javon Howard, he in the handshake line, and he don't want to shake nobody's hand. That's right, the head coach of Michigan basketball, supposed to be leading black men, teaching about sportsmanship and all these values. He in the handshake line and he don't want to shake nobody's hands. So what happens in America when BMs ain't doing what they supposed to be doing? How are we going to correct this BM? Well, we need a white zaddy to get these Negroes in line. So the head coach of Wisconsin, who happens to be a white man, he sees the head coach in the handshake line, not shaking nobody's hands, knowing that he's upset about something, mainly about the timeout. So the white man, the head coach from Wisconsin, no, he wants to explain to the coach why he called the timeout, because Michigan, they had the forecourt press on, and since the game is over, Wisconsin put in all their walk-ons for the last minute of the game. He didn't want to get a 10-second backcourt because they were pressing. You're not supposed to be pressing the walk-ons anyway, but hey, you chose to press. Wisconsin chose to take a timeout to regroup. It's all fair, all within the rules of the game. Javon mad that he called the timeout. Now the coach is going to explain to him. So what ended up happening is Javon think he was going to walk by everybody in the handshake line and not shake nobody's hand. So the coach tried to stop him. So he touched them on the elbow. And if you listen to the Javon Howard press conference, he was upset that he was touched. He felt threatened, that he was touched on the elbow. So let's go back and replay it one more time for the people, because we gotta see how your boy was touched.
Going over immediately to shake hands. Now he's gonna get in the line. Interesting finish here.
Look at that. This a little tap. Hey, can I have a word with you? Coach was very respectful, wasn't confrontational. And Javon Howard, who's in his feelings,
77.
he want to grab the white man's shirt. He want to pull down his mask. He want to put his finger in his face. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. I'm from Detroit. Don't touch me.
Are not happy right now.
Look at that. He pulled down his COVID mask, screaming and yelling. This is what your boy decided to do with millions of people watching, knowing that he got young BMs who are going to follow in his lead.
As the two of them continue to have words, we told you Javon Howard was not happy about that.
So they're getting ready to cut away from the broadcast because the game is over, and CBS Sports believes ain't nothing really gonna pop off. They're gonna go ahead and get them separated, and we're gonna continue with the post-game show.
Timeout. And Javon Howard just threw a right hand. And now we got a scrum. We have a scrum in Madison.
So then they kind of stopped the music and took down the banner because we got something here. Because your boy Javon Howard, he tried to literally snatch the face off another coach, and they're going to play it in the replay. So Javon Howard throws this little slap punch. He tried to grab another man's face off his head.
Players are pushing and shoving.
Now we got this. Now this is the problem right here. This is the problem right here that nobody is gonna want to talk about. You see, after Javon Howard tried to snatch the face off the assistant coach, not the coach who touched him, not the coach who he was pointing and waving his finger at. No, not him. He struck another coach. And since we're talking about black male leadership, we gotta talk about what really happened. We look at the demographics of the Michigan State basketball team. They got a couple of white players and they got a couple of brothers on the team. I found it real interesting that none of the the white players on the Michigan basketball team gotten fracas, with all that pushing and shoving. But when you play the replay, you will see a lot of people. Let me say it again. You see a lot of people from the Michigan basketball team. The same demographic as Javon Howard, the same, demographic as me. We see a lot of them. They in there pushing, they throwing punches. Now these players got scholarships, partial scholarships, and and when you out on the basketball court and you out there squaring up, throwing punches, well, that partial, that full ride scholarship, you a fringe NBA talent and you trying to make it to the league and you need all the game tape you need to get on somebody's radar. So maybe you could get drafted or get signed as an undrafted player. You don't want to be remembered as that knucklehead who in the handshake line was squabbing. It's going to be a stain on your record. It's going to be something people use against you for the rest of your life. But when you following BM male leadership, this is the kind of stuff we get right here. Let's look at it.
This is an ugly scene. This is an ugly scene.
Oh my God.
Trying to get separated, and there's no doubt it all stems from the timeout by Greg Gard. Now that's not an excuse for this, but that is what angered Javon Howard, and it spilled over into this. And you saw Howard and Greg Gard nose to nose.
I knew he was. I wouldn't be happy either, but there's no excuse for this. Absolutely not.
Zero excuse. Zero. This cannot happen.
Cannot. You walk away and you call him on the phone.
Yep.
And you tell him what you think.
And when the game ended, Howard did not go to midcourt right away, and maybe that was just to settle himself down. I don't know. But then eventually he got in the handshake line, and that is when he went to shake Gard's hand that everything exploded. And here's another look. There's Howard. He said something. Gard didn't appreciate it.
Look at this right here. A little touch on the elbow. Look. You see that small little touch on the elbow right there? When you walking by somebody, and you try to get somebody's attention, you just tap them on the arm. This is what set off your boy Javon Howard. Something that's menial as a small little touch right there.
Howard, he said something. Gard didn't appreciate it. They get locked up. Howard with a finger right in his face. And then the players start to chirp as well. And that's where Howard grabbed one of the Wisconsin assistants, Joe Krabenhoft, former Wisconsin player, and it spilled out into this.
Javon Howard's going to have a problem.
Another look at Howard right there. Right.
Look at your boy Javon Howard right here. He literally tried to snatch the face off another coach. Look at your boy Javon Howard. He tried to snatch the face off another assistant coach. Look at your boy right here.
Howard's going to have a problem.
Another look at Howard right there. Right there.
He's going to have a problem.
Yes. That's a suspension.
That's a suspension. There's no question. That's a suspension. That's bad stuff.
You see, when we talk about black male leadership, you got Javon Howard making millions of dollars coaching basketball, supposed to be, securing the bag, getting generational wealth for his family. And then, according to him, because he's with Jalen Rose and they do a lot of good work in the community, especially out there in the Detroit area, your boy Javon Howard is then going to take those millions of dollars, that generational wealth, and he's going to give it back to the community with all these different programs for disadvantaged youth in the Detroit area, Detroit, Michigan area. But you see Javon Howard and other BMs under the sound of my voice right now. When you let your emotions get in your way, a small little touch on the elbow, hey, can I have a word with you, sir? Coach, let me explain to you why I call that timeout. Coach, I know why you're mad. I just want to explain to you. And you don't touch me. You finger bumping. I'm from Detroit. I'm from Chicago. Now you get suspended for the rest of the season. And since your team is on the bubble, they got a tough schedule coming up. They play Illinois. They play the Ohio State rivalry game. And since you're not going to be there, Javon Howard, if Michigan happens to lose enough basketball games to where they find themselves out of the NCAA tournament, when your AD reviews the season and makes that decision to either have you or not have you back for the next season, in which you were scheduled to make millions of dollars in generational wealth for your family and the community that so badly needs you and that you so passionately want to represent, you put all of that in jeopardy because you can't keep your emotions in check, because you can't hold your L's, because you can't hold your own nuts. And we see this every day in the community. BFs cannot control their emotions. They can't remain cool, calm, and collected in the face of adversity. And they make decisions that put them in jeopardy. And it's very few content creators in this space that want to talk about. We just seen it happen. We just seen it happen with your boy Tommy Sotomayor. We're going to go ahead and we're going to transition to the Tommy Sotomayor situation, because the title of this stream is The Embarrassing Truth of Tommy Sotomayor's trumped up charges against Sugar Chay Means. That's right, I'm calling her Sugar because she got a mean 1-2 combination. We all seen it. We all seen the video. We all seen the follow-up interviews. Kwame Brown, the Bus Live, Tasha K, the Tommy Sotomayor show, this stream, that stream. They done broke down every stream interview that these people involved did. Even went on their Instagram live. We all know what happened. I ain't gotta play it here, but I'll play a little bit of it. But that's going on. Let's see what people are saying in the chat. I am 123 says, when Minister Jap saying a knockout, just be cool. A lot of Negroes just don't want to be cool. What they want to do is they want to be involved in stuff like this right here. Let's see if I can pull this one up. Because, we done heard some of the lies going on, but we got to break down the video again, because somebody's saying that they were assaulted and wanted to file charges a couple of days after the fact. Let's play the video again.
People are not, you are wanting to let somebody know I tried to fuck you. This is stupid.
Because I didn't fuck him on OnlyFans.
Is your weed that tight today, man?
You see, we on YouTube in front of the world arguing about who we are having and not having sex with on OnlyFans. This is what BMs and BWs are doing. And I seen all of Tommy Sotomayor's sons and nephews just come out of the woodwork trying to defend they YouTube daddy or they YouTube uncle. No, they completely glossed over all of the things Tommy Sotomayor could have done to prevent himself from being assaulted. Let me say this again. You know, dudes in this space, they will tell women everything they need to do to avoid, you know, being raped, sexually assaulted. No, they will tell these women, don't be drinking alcohol to the point where you're pissy drunk. These same dudes will tell women, you know, don't wear clothes that's too revealing. You know, these men will give women all kind of advice on how to avoid becoming victims. But then when we put the shoe on the other foot and we tell these men how to avoid being assaulted by females, they don't want to follow none of the advice. Let me say it again. We give Tommy Sotomayor all the advice not to get assaulted by a strag BW. You know, don't be flying them out. Don't be taking them to your home. Don't be taking them to your place of business. You know, don't be arguing with them. You know, when she stand up over you, just get up and walk out of the room. Dudes don't want to listen to that. You know, they want the BW to be held accountable. They want to check the BW. So let's see how we're gonna check the BW today. Because the BW needs to be checked because she is out of control. She's on the Fresh and Fit podcast. She's been drinking a little bit too much. She's a little bit too ratchet, according to Tommy Sotomayor. Her weave is a bit too tight.
Is the glue fucking with you?
Chay Means, do you hear me?
This bitch is drunk and acting stupid.
And she's drunk and acting stupid. So I just want to know, Tommy Sotomayor, I gotta ask you, do you like being in the room with BWs who are drunk, stupid, and their weave is sewn and glued on too tight? Is this the company that you like to be around, Tommy Sotomayor? Because if you're around this company right here, the chance of you getting hit with a 1-2 combo goes up exponentially. But of course, Tommy Sotomayor, you know, he there front and center. You know, he want to be the star of the show. So let's watch Tommy Sotomayor be the star of the show.
I'm dead ass not
You
drunk.
dead ass drunk and
I'm not
stupid.
drunk. I promise to God.
That weed too tight and you need a different kind of glue.
God knows I'm not drunk right
Chris,
now.
Dumb son of a bitch. Just up here just being ignorant for no reason.
No. He not finna try to play me on
Who's playing you, stupid bitch?
So now you got Tommy Sotomayor. That's about the second time he done called the female a B word. And one of the quickest things to get you assaulted, Tommy Sotomayor, is not to only call a woman out of her name, but to call a strag BW who's drunk and idiot and whose weave is sewed on too tight, Tommy Sotomayor. Well, the quickest way to get a two-piece biscuit is to call her the B word, and you did it twice already. But we don't want to do what it takes to get ourselves out of dangerous situations. We put ourselves in dangerous situations, and we like being in dangerous situations. You saw Javon Howard. He almost caused the whole brawl, all because he didn't want to participate in the handshake line and shake players and coaches' hands. Now we got Tommy Sotomayor face to face with what he called one of the most violent creatures in the world. He didn't leave the room. What does Tommy Sotomayor do?
No, bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody's bringing that to them.
He can now Tommy Sotomayor. He get up, you know. I'm that nigga. I'm a grown nigga. You know, I'm big and bad. So he get up. You see the security right there. Now, there was this lie or maybe this misinformation that, you know, that Tommy pushed Myron into Chay Means. And that's why Chay came with that 1-2 hit combination. But let's break down the tape and see what really happened. So you can see it. Myron's blocking the camera in the red shorts, and then there's the first punch right there. Whack. Not much damage, you know, a slight graze. Then there's a follow-up that missed. So at this point, this is what the Black Manosphere has been wanting. This is what the Black Manosphere has been wanting. A BW has put her hands on you, Tommy Sotomayor. Oh, that's right. I know my man Village Arsonist is in here watching. A BW has put her hands on one of your YouTube daddies, Tommy Sotomayor. We are in a stand your ground state. Tommy Sotomayor has all the reasons to protect himself. There's many ways he can protect himself. He could let the security guard do it. He could have walked out of the room. But Tommy Sotomayor, in order to protect himself, because as you can see right here, Tommy Sotomayor, you know, he's in such great danger. Let me go ahead and back it up just a little bit right here. We got one hit, then we got a follow-up hit. So right here, Tommy Sotomayor, he's in such great danger. You know, he's got the security guard holding their back, but Tommy Sotomayor, he's in such danger right here. He can now do what these Black Manosphere dudes wish they could do. Wish they had the opportunity to defend themselves and be legally and be able, backed up by the law to actually put their hands on another BW. Tommy Sotomayor has the green light to do it. He has the green light to defend himself right here. What does Tommy Sotomayor do with his life in danger? I mean, Tommy Sotomayor, he could have died. He could have lost his life behind that 1-2 combination that Chay Means put on him. What does your boy Tommy Sotomayor do? Tommy Sotomayor attempted to do the windmill. Y'all seen third graders, when they try and fight. Y'all see these BMs on the schoolyard when they can't fight. They can't, throw a jab. They can't duck and come with a hook or combination. They can't do none of that stuff. Because BMs can't fight. I mean, we seen your boy Javon Howard. Instead of throwing the punch, he tried to snatch the face off a white day. And then there were some other kids pushing, shoving, throwing overhand, just like a 4th, 5th grader. Can't fight. Your boy Tommy Sotomayor had a golden opportunity on a live stream in which millions of people are going to watch. He had a chance to check, hold accountable that BW. And he came up smaller than a 3rd grader, throwing windmills. So we all sat back, we all laughed about it. Nobody was hurt. They broke up the fight, this, that, and the third. Next day, they were talking about suing somebody. Okay. But then 2 days later, imagine you go to school on a Friday, you own the schoolyard. A female student and a male student, and they get into a roast section and calling each other names, Somebody gets offended, they try and buck up on each other. Somebody tries to step in between to keep them separated. The female student and throws a real soft 1-2 that grazes the face. We break them up. We all laugh about it Friday night. We all laugh about it in the Saturday. But coming back to school Sunday, you realize that the dude in that situation is upset and went and told the teacher, went and got the principal involved. He up there with his mama. He got the ice bag on his eye. He's saying he got a headache. His vision is blurred. He's having nightmares. And now he's talking about he's been bullied and he was assaulted by this female student. And everybody's sitting back like, no, he wasn't assaulted. They both were being dumb. They called each other's names. She got her 1-2 off. He had a chance to get his 1-2 off. He missed his 1-2 combination. We broke them up. We kept it moving. But now everybody's getting called into the dean's office. And they trying to get statements from witnesses because somebody brought their mama down to the school. This is what Tommy Sotomayor is doing. This is what Tommy Sotomayor is doing. He want to waste let me say it again. He wants to waste taxpayer dollars in the courtroom because Chay Means grazed him with the first punch of a 1-2 combo, and the second punch didn't even land at all. Tommy Sotomayor, no cuts, no bruises, no concussions. When he went live, he didn't hint to the fact that he sustained any injuries. But he wants to waste taxpayer dollars on this for acting like, because both of them were acting like children. Both of them were acting like idiots. It's just that Chay Means got off her one punch, and it was Tommy Sotomayor to get his one punch off. No, he did the windmill and he missed. He did the windmill and he missed. We had ASMR True. I can't read the name. Sent $5 via PayPal. We had Brother Ray sent $10 via Cash App. Thanks for supporting the show. Support the show. $ the Grandmaster Troll. I almost forgot to say it. Support the show. But this is what we are waiting. This is what Tommy Sotomayor is deciding to waste taxpayer dollars on. And the whole black manosphere, even they know Tommy Sotomayor is a coward. He had no smoke for the brothers at the Sinator event. He had no smoke for when Minister Jack was out in front of his hotel room, challenged him to a fight. He had no smoke for Tariq Nasheed, who put the Coon Award in his face. He had no smoke for none of them dudes. But when it comes to BWs, he wants to pull guns on them when they get in a car accident. He want to windmill and act the fool and do all of this, that, and the third. And the worst part about it was these manosphere dudes came to his defense when there was no defense that was needed. Tommy Sotomayor, he wasn't hurt. Or none of that. But let's see if I could pull up a stream real quick. Let's see if I could pull up a stream real quick that's broken the internet. Oh, we definitely gotta talk about this stream right here. I won't play much of it, but we gotta talk about the stream, you know, that everybody's playing. Because it's always the same playbook. It's always the same playbook with these BWs, and I don't know why these manosphere dudes are so surprised. Of course, when Chay Means get up there, she's gonna play victim. No, she's gonna find a BW to take her side and defend all of her nonsense and bullshit. We all know what's gonna happen. But let's see if I can fast forward. Looking for a specific part. Oh, right here, right here is the part I want to play. Let's go ahead and get through this ad real quick. This is the part I want to play right here.
And he gonna beat that ass.
Let's back it up. I think 20 seconds will be good.
Being from Chicago, you can't put your hands on nobody and think ain't no consequences. I don't understand. If he pushed Myron into you, he didn't touch you. The problem with females is they get active and hyper and want to put their hands on people, and that ain't how it work. Because where I'm from, if you put your hands on a man, he gonna beat that ass.
Well, wait a minute, listen.
So now we got Chay agreeing. If you put your hands on a man, one of the consequences, one of the outcomes could be is that man could put his hands on you and he could potentially whoop that ass. But Tasha K, she wasn't having none of that. Let's see what happens.
So whose side you on?
Obviously, Tommy.
I'm just talking about the fight. You ain't got, and nobody has to like Tommy. I'm just talking about from a fighting point of view.
But yeah, and also, you know, y'all laws are different from Florida. So in Florida laws, whoever hit who first, if you feel that your life is in threat, you could protect yourself.
Shay, hold on. Can we talk to another black woman right now? Hold on.
Oh, we gotta stop the show because we talking to another black woman right now. Even though she haven't cammed up yet, she could be a white woman, she could be a Latin woman, so she could be, you know, another kind of woman. But we assume we talking to a black woman. This is what happens when we were talking to this black woman right here.
Hold that. I got it. Lisa. How you doing? Now, I know you got your black screen on and stuff, but you know that was a bold statement to come on the platform and say that, and your face ain't shown. Okay.
Stop the show right there. She went to the old. If you not gonna cam up, you not gonna be on this platform. See, she assumed that this person, was scared to show her face, her background. So one of the shaming tactics used was, hey, if you're gonna come on here, challenging the status quo, challenging our ignorance, the least you could do is cam up.
That does not show respect, and it doesn't show that you even understand what the situation was. Okay, there we go. Now we can talk.
Your girl done cammed up. Hold on, let me see if I could move my camera because she got her tongue all out. She trying to lick the back of my head with that tongue out. Hold on, let me see if I could move my camera right here because I'm getting saliva all on the back of my neck right here. Let me go to Tasha K's side because it's looking real rough over there. She came on with the head wrap. She came on with the glasses, tongue all out the mouth. God damn, she said, I'm here. I want all the smoke right now. That's when I knew I was going to have a show. Once I saw her cam up with the glasses, head wrapped, tongue out the mouth, I knew some fuckery was about to ensue. But now, let me dry off the back of my neck real quick. Because I almost got licked, god damn it.
Let's go, sister. Now, so a man done put his hands on you?
Yes, and I'm good at what I do. So that's why I don't back down. If I fight a man, I know what I'm getting into.
What?
What? So the whole manosphere took Miss Chicago's side of the story. If you hit a man, expect a man to, defend himself and hit him back. But they didn't even question, why is this BW right here? Why does she have such an extensive history of fighting men in the mean streets of Chicago? There's got to be some kind of dysfunction going on here where this particular BW is fighting men all throughout the city of Chicago. The manosphere didn't address that at all because she was attacking the talking points of these two ladies right here.
I fought men many a days.
So you mean to tell me, as a woman, you think it's okay for a man who's physically stronger than you, okay, and was made that way by God, for him to put his hands on you, and you okay with that?
If I hit him first, if
Sister,
I hit you and I cannot expect not to get hit back.
What have you went through?
So Tasha K is trying to figure out because she said if I hit him first. So she's been fighting all of these men throughout her life. We just want to know the history behind some of these fights. Is she hitting men first or the men hitting her first and she's defending herself? Because she has a great record of fighting not women but men throughout Chicago. And Tasha K is just trying to, see where she's coming from right now. But now we got more deflecting, we got more blaming, we got shaming and explaining because we gotta make Chay Means 100% the bad guy, and we not gonna hold Tommy Sotomayor accountable for none of the stuff that he's doing. You see, I hold Tommy Sotomayor accountable. I will hold Chay Means accountable. I will hold Tasha K accountable. And I will hold this BW who tried to lick me accountable as well.
To even allow that. That's coming from somewhere else. What have you went through? Did
What's
your mama
coming?
get beat?
So it's okay for women to hit men and nothing to happen. But if they hit us, we can call and press charges, and we can get our brothers and uncles.
Listen, when a man uses something, a person or an object to hit this woman, she has a right to defend herself. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you didn't see that, that's okay. I understand.
You see, now we gotta stop the show because everybody's saying the new excuse everybody's saying is Tommy Sotomayor used another person to hit Sugar Chay Means, but when this accusation is casted upon, nobody goes back and looks at the film. So we're gonna go back. We are gonna look at the film, and we're gonna see what happens. Let's back it up real quick. A little bit more. So they're saying right here is where Tommy Sotomayor shoved the security into Sugar Chay Means. And this what caused Sugar Chay Means to fear for her life. Let's see if Sugar Chay Means had any reason to fear for her life when Tommy Sotomayor allegedly used another person to strike Sugar Chay Means. I don't think that is a shove that caused the security to move into Sugar Chay Means. I'll play it again without stopping it. I don't think this shove right here at 44 seconds is all that bad. And the reason right here is because when he does extend and allegedly shoves, you know, the push is with the fingers. The shove is supposed to be like that where you use your body weight. Tommy Sotomayor had his fingers and flexed forward, and I don't think he even shoved the security guard. I just believe the security guard was trying to stand in between and trying to keep Sugar Chay Means back. And he had stumbled and lost his balance and may have fell into Sugar Chay Means. And she misinterpreted this contact as Tommy Sotomayor shoving her and then hit Tommy Sotomayor with a 1-2 piece biscuit. That's what I think when I look at the tape. But let's see what happens. Let's break it down one more time. Yeah, so the security guard actually, with his own weight, moves into Sugar Chay Means and is trying to hold her back from, you know, getting closer and possibly striking Tommy Sotomayor. And then Tommy Sotomayor, you know, he tried to get his 1-2 off, but the fine sister right here with the black leather pants and the red shirt is holding Tommy Sotomayor back. She's able to pull Tommy Sotomayor off of Sugar Chay Means, and the girl in the red shirt with the leather pants doing some fine security work is able to hold Tommy Sotomayor back and walking to the other side of the room. They need to hire that woman in the red shirt and leather pants. She needs to be new security because the way she held Tommy Sotomayor back and kept things from escalating is what the men in that room were supposed to do. But when you are devoid of black male leadership, this is the kind of stuff that happens right there. So salute to the fine Latina in the red shirt and let of hands. Now Myron gets over there. He's trying to hold Tommy Sotomayor back.
He really trying to fight a girl.
And that's pretty much what ended up happening. So we cannot say that.
But for her,
we cannot say that Tommy Sotomayor used somebody as a human shield and struck Sugar Chay Means. That is a flat out lie, or somebody is mistaken as to what happened. Well, let's get back to the breakdown. Let's get back to the breakdown of this nonsense real quick.
Address him giving him the right to use somebody else as a shield to run into her. That's a bitch move. And for you to be a black woman,
but did he
okay,
really push her, or was they both excited jumping in each other's face?
Do you have a daughter?
I have.
So even your girl gave the pushback. Said, did Tommy Sotomayor really push that dude into her, or were they just jumping at each other's faces and looking at the tape? They were jumping at each other. And then now Tasha K's gonna ask, do you have a daughter? You see, they try to shame and pull at your heartstrings to, avoid accountability.
I have 2 daughters.
So if a man whoop their ass after they push a man, it's okay.
If they push a man,
yeah,
you got to know what's coming. Everybody.
So, see what she should have said. If my daughters hit another man, and that man whipped my daughter's ass, it is what it is, because I taught my daughter to just walk away and don't be putting their hands on other men, because if they put their hands on the wrong man, one of these dudes who can't control their emotions, who think illogically, who don't think about their future, they are liable to do severe damage. So the best thing you could do is not be in the streets, not being on podcasts, putting your hands on another man unprovoked. And Sugar Chay Means put her hands on Tommy Sotomayor unprovoked, even though she only grazed his cheek with a 1-2 punch and didn't do much damage. Doing that to the wrong dude could get you seriously hurt. And that's just the truth of the situation.
Everybody is not going to be accepting to you hitting them. Just because you a woman, you cannot hit a man for no reason.
I'm sensing. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny. Listen. I don't like to go in like this on the winos because I really appreciate y'all love, but I have to be honest. Like, for you to even say that, like that right there is coming from somewhere else.
So men can get whatever done to them.
Okay.
And they have to accept it because they're physically stronger. And whereas the woman can walk away as well. Before we even escalate. Before we even escalate.
Do you not understand the man's role?
Yeah, I do.
But
we have a role too.
They're the leader of the
women
household.
has a role too.
No. Okay. Oh, and we're gonna talk about that. So we're talking about a man that has a God-given right by God in the universe as dominion over women and everything else. Okay. All right. So as a man, if you have dominion, you have to control your household. You have to do so without being physical. So if your woman or your sister, your brother or auntie or whoever is out of place as a man has to use his intellect in order to calm a woman down. Because let's be honest, any woman would submit to any man without a man even having to put hands on.
Mm-hmm.
So if a man feels that he has to go there, then something is wrong with him. He does not have dominion or control over the thing that God has given him by right.
We gotta stop the show because Negroes love to get in that Bible. Whenever they arguments is falling apart, they love to run and get the Old Testament. They love to get the New Testament, the King James Version. They love running to that Bible, singing Negro hymns and all these gospel songs. All of a sudden, I mean, we got women out here on OnlyFans getting drunk on a podcast, not respecting thy neighbor, lying on Cardi B, even though one of the 10 commandments is thou shalt not lie. I mean, whenever arguments fall apart, Negroes love going to the Bible. Well, since we went to the Bible, and man is supposed to be head of the household, you gotta show me in the Bible where it says if a woman gets out of line, where a man can't use force, physical force, to restore order to a situation. If it takes physical force, if it takes violence, if it takes a man to put his hands on somebody to bring order, honor, and love to that family, you gotta show me where in the Bible where it say a man should never, ever, ever use physical force. Because if the Bible says that men have dominion over women, and in order for the rules of God to be followed, it takes physical force to get it done, then some asses are just gonna have to be whooped when these women get out of line. And as we saw on the Fresh Fit show, your girl Chay Means was out of line, hit Tommy Sotomayor with a right hook, and Tommy Sotomayor had all the right to defend himself and put his hands on Chay Means to eliminate the threat. And if that's what Tommy Sotomayor had to do, then that's just what he had to do. And that's just the way it's going down. You see, these women on here, they are trying to get out of the way from these ass whoopings when they acting wild. See, they believe they can act wild and do whatever they gotta do. But sometimes you gotta put your foot up somebody's ass to send a message. But now we got people going to the Bible. We got people going to the Bible all of a sudden. We got people going to the Bible all of a sudden. Ain't been to church in years.
And so for you to even say that it's okay, that's the very reason why our daughters are getting their ass beat, because you as a black woman gonna sit up there and say, guess what? They ain't got the right to put their hands on it, but a man can call us a bitch, they can sleep around, they can fill us full of AIDS, and you gonna think
Okay,
it's okay.
so you telling me it don't go both.
You see, the reason why your daughters are these so-called BWs, you see them getting they so-called ass whooped. And I'll give you credit, Tasha K, that they may came across one of these young savages who don't know nothing. But 95% of the time, these women is out here cutting up, they spitting on people, they kicking folks, they putting their hands on folks, they running people over in their cars and then taking the bumper of said car that they done ran somebody over with, then they take that bumper and throw it on the person they just ran over. a lot of these BWs that you see out here on World Star Hip Hop going viral and all of these fight videos, the reason why they getting their ass whooped is because they out of control, and the only way to get them back in control is to put your foot up their ass. And I know it's hard to watch, to see a beautiful queen who's acting out of control, and then somebody put a foot up her ass for acting out of control, then you feel bad, you mad at the person who put their foot up their ass, but you don't get mad when that queen is out there acting a damn fool. So now we live in the age now where you're not going to be putting your hands on men and they gonna just sit back and walk out of the room. No, some of these men gonna take their foot and they gonna put it right up that ass. And that's just where we are at. Nobody like it, but that's the only thing. That's the only thing Negroes seem to respect, is when somebody put a foot up their ass. All these slap on the wrist and little Jennifer, you go over in the corner, you're on timeout, go over there. Bobby, you're on timeout, go stand in the corner, I'm gonna take away your TV, I'm gonna do this. They don't understand nothing but violence. To get some of these Negroes to act right, they gotta be under the threat of violence. That fear of violence, that fear of getting their ass whooped is the only thing they gonna do to act right. And that goes for BWs and that goes for BMs. But let's get back to the fuckery right here. Let's get back to this right here.
Both ways. Just like a man can't hit a woman can't hit a man. That's what you're saying because they black.
Even biblically, listen. Now, I'm not a follower of the Bible.
I'm just saying.
She not even a follower of the Bible, but is able to quote the Bible and talk in biblical terms. Ain't that something?
Is you telling me it's okay for a woman to wild the fuck out on men? And it's okay.
She didn't wild out on him. She addressed him like a woman respectfully. He continued to call her out of her name. And
she addressed him like a woman respectfully. That's funny because I got the clip right here. Let's see if your girl Chay Means was respectful right here.
You are wanting to let somebody know I tried to fuck you. This is stupid.
Because I was talking about him, and I didn't fuck him on OnlyFans. I didn't want to fuck him.
Is your weed that tight today, ma'am? Is the glue fucking with you?
Niggas pay me, do you hear me?
This bitch is drunk and acting stupid.
I'm not drunk. I'm dead ass not drunk.
You dead ass drunk and
I'm not
stupid.
drunk. I promise to God.
That weed too tight and you need a different kind of glue.
God knows I'm not drunk right now.
Dumb son of a bitch. Just up here just being ignorant for no reason.
No. He not finna try to play me.
Who's playing you, stupid bitch?
No, bitch, you fucking stupid.
Nobody's playing your cat too bad.
So she was up there respectfully with no panties on, talking about she denied solicitation for prostitution on OnlyFans. This is what we calling respectful, Tasha K? Come on, Tasha K. This isn't respectful. What's respectful is the other women at the table who didn't say a word. They didn't say a word. They didn't argue with anybody. They had panties on. They didn't get up out of their seat. Bitch ass nigga, you ain't shit. I wish you would. Come on, Tasha K. She wasn't that respectful. We got the tape.
he used another man as a shield to push her. So when she decided to fight back and stand up for her, not one black man in that room took her side, and not even a...
Hold on. Not one black man in the room took her side. Not one black man in the room took her side. I'm just trying to figure out. Let's see if I can find it. If not one black man took her side, I'm trying to figure out who's the security dude right there. And he not a black man. He went over there and stepped in between and tried to protect your sister Sugar Chay Means from hauling off by stepping in between, trying to de-escalate the situation. Oh, it gets worse. And then we had Myron right here, who, after Tommy Sotomayor got struck and did his windmill and was gearing up to go back, Myron fit. He got up out of his seat, went to Tommy Sotomayor, and held Tommy Sotomayor back from going after Sugar Chay Means. So for your girl Tasha K to say that no black man in that room was there to protect Sugar Chay Means, and that Sugar Chay Means, that Tommy Sotomayor used a human shield to push somebody into Sugar Chay Means, those are flat out lies, Tasha K.
A black woman, and for you to sit here and say that it's okay, that's some bullshit. That's the reason why
I saw two people arguing, getting excited. I did not see him push no Myron into her.
And you see, even she didn't say it, but now since she calling out the fuck shit, now she got to get kicked off the show.
Even if he did push her,
get her the fuck off my show with that low self-esteem ass shit. Think she probably don't even. Who's next? Let's go and change. I'm sorry, Shay.
You all right.
What the fuck is
she
that?
talking about?
And she probably ain't even got no man in our household, even preaching like that. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's your name? Jessica?
Jessica. Yeah. Hi.
Hello.
So,
how you doing?
I'm doing good. So what I wanted to ask her was, she said that Tommy was talking ish about Fresh and Fit. What did Tommy say about Fresh and Fit behind their back?
That's a good question.
That is a very good question, but I really don't want to disclose that.
But you were on the edge, even given the direction that he's going. He's pressed charges on you. You're still not going to say?
I'm gonna definitely save it for the perfect time to say when it's in court.
You're gonna put it. Okay, I don't.
You're gonna say it in court.
The court case,
okay.
But okay.
I know he's gonna bring it up, so it's just like okay, and now it's just like yeah. But we're not gonna even discuss that because it's really much of it's just gonna go as I really wish my friend was here with me so we could both talk about that together. So I at least have my witness that was there to back everything up that he said.
Yeah, okay, I don't know. I thought you're being charged with assault or something,
Yeah, yeah. Basically assault, allegedly assault.
Okay, all right. If you say so. The next thing I wanted to ask you was, you said that you didn't sleep with Tommy because you weren't feeling his energy and you don't make that sort of OnlyFans content.
Yeah, I don't make that OnlyFans content. If you even go and subscribe on my OnlyFans, it's only myself. Like, I just show myself out. And I ain't never...
Stop the show. Because we gonna move into these OnlyFans. But before we move into the OnlyFans, you Negroes gotta recognize something. That's right. You Negroes gotta recognize something. You see? They made old girl right here. They made old girl right here cam up. They made old girl who was challenging the BW fuckery to cam up. But now we got Jessica X right here about to challenge the BW fuckery and Tasha K don't make her cam up? Is this what we doing? Is there some back deals going on where people are just protecting Jessica X from camming up? She could go to this platform and that platform where they require everybody to cam up. But when Jessica X get on the platform, they let her talk behind an icon. There's a special club within Black YouTube that these individuals are in, and you gotta watch out for them. You just gotta watch out for them.
Okay, all right. If you say so. The next thing I wanted to ask you was, you said that you didn't sleep with Tommy because you weren't feeling his energy, and you don't make that sort of OnlyFans content.
Yeah, I don't make that OnlyFans content. If you even go and subscribe on my OnlyFans, it's only myself. Like, I just show myself out. And I ain't never even showed my vagina on my OnlyFans. Like, it's a big finesse if you ask me. It's just a way to get some free money from horny guys. And all you got to do is just, be sexy. You don't got to do anything. There's a lot of creeps out there, and Tommy is one of them.
Stop the show. Stop the show right there. So your girl is on OnlyFans. She says she ain't showed, her vajayjay. But we just gotta ask, what else could she possibly? Because she didn't say she wasn't showing the tatas, and people just want to know, as you said, Sugar Chay Means, the creeps, the horny dudes out here who pay, who you're finessing out of money. No, those like Tommy Sotomayor, who you're finessing out of money. They just want to know, okay, you're not showing your vajayjay. But are there boob pictures up there? Because the creeps, they just want to know before they get finessed out of their money. Now all of a sudden these women is on OnlyFans charging $30 a month just for some regular basic pictures. This is what they want you to believe. They own OnlyFans. Doing no adult rated material.
I remember you saying on your Instagram live after the incident happened that you would have slept with Tommy if he had paid you. If the money was right, you would have slept with him.
No, I wouldn't have slept.
Jessica, but you said, come on, Sugar Shay, you said if the money was right, not only would you have slept with him, but you would have let Tommy Sotomayor put it on OnlyFans as long as he came up off that bag. As long as he came up off that bag, you was down for it. But now you're gonna change your tune.
With him.
Well, that's what you said. So I'm just going off of your words now, because Tommy was saying that you were angry. You were basically jealous because he chose your friend over you.
Yeah, and that was a bunch of bullshit. Why he just basically trying to put the image of I hate all light skins. And he also said on the show that I was jealous of the other girls that were light skinned. And obviously that whole entire show, we all was getting along. We all was communicating. Even before the show, me and the girls was getting along. So he's trying to portray and put a manipulative image in their head, making it seem like I'm just an angry, dark-skinned woman. And
I'm just going off of your words, right?
Because I hear you. I hear you.
You are. He was willing to pay you, and he paid your friend, so he was willing to pay. So does that mean that he just preferred your friend over you? You would have gone if he was willing to pay you. You called him a big trick. He was willing to put that money out, but he wasn't willing to trick on you. That's where it comes out.
No, it's not even that. It's because that I basically denied it. Like, what you say? What you say?
you're saying that he's a big trick, but he obviously didn't want to trick on you. He was willing to pay your friend, and you said that he did, but he didn't pay you. So is that why you were salty the next time you came on the podcast? Because you went down there, you thought you were going to get some money, but he paid your friend and you didn't get a look in?
No.
So Jessica X again coming with that fire, You took the flight down to Miami, You was looking to secure that $5,000 from Tommy Sotomayor to, come up off that pussy. We gotta talk. Where is my man Sir Trix-a-Lot? Because these dudes are disrespecting the game. They are paying $5 to sleep. $5 to sleep with women like this right here. $5? $5,000? Is that the going rate, Sir Trix-a-Lot? $5 to make a video on OnlyFans? Is that the going rate? Is that how much these women go for nowadays? I mean, talk about inflation. The manosphere was saying $40. We got past the $40. He was in the chat earlier today. But we have gone from $40 to $2.5 to $5 now. My man, village arsonist. Oh, do I feel bad for village arsonists? He gave Tommy Sotomayor a couple of bands. Tommy Sotomayor took that money and he tricked it off on these OnlyFans broads. Man, that is hard to watch when you give somebody money and then they take said money and trick it off fucking broads on OnlyFans. I mean, the pain the village arsonist is going through, where they take you hard on you at work working hard, you digging holes, you driving trucks, you unloading trucks, you driving hours from state to state, just working hard for your money, and to see somebody just trick it off on OnlyFans, I know it has to hurt, because this is something the black manosphere talking about. No, they talk about creating media for black men, and to watch the media, to watch the lack of production companies, the lack of films, the lack of movies, the lack of documentaries, and to just watch all these brothers, all these hard-working brothers in this space who donate their money, and for them to take that money and for that money to be finessed and tricked on OnlyFans models and prostitutes. I know that has to hurt. I was watching Ramil Amir stream earlier this morning. He was talking about Oprah Winfrey, the godmother of BM hate media, if you let them call it. She making another mover on her own network, a sequel to The Color Purple, and to see BMs in this space who have collected thousands upon thousands, some of them, if you believe them, up to 6 figures, and there's even others who have collected millions of dollars. And to see that no movies are being put out, there's no black male directors, no up and coming black male actors, black female actors, no black films with the red pill's perspective, the fight the gynocracy and feminism, but to know all of that money that was supposed to be going to those projects gets spent on OnlyFans models. On the Tommy Sotomayor OnlyFans page, and to watch his YouTube sons not even call out Tommy Sotomayor's disgusting actions and waste of money. But they will talk bad about other women on OnlyFans. We got Bossy Empress. They will talk to Bossy Empress like a dog for having an OnlyFans, but they don't have a word to say about the Tommy Sotomayor's OnlyFans and how his OnlyFans is even more problematic than the OnlyFans pages of these broads who are struggling to get by. Because when we talk about black male media, because this was the mantra that all of these dudes talked about. The reason you should donate to me because I'm doing something for black male media. The reason you should give me and support me and share my videos because I want to build something for black male media. But to see black male media be reduced down to fighting strags on Fresh and Fit podcasts and flying women out to have sex with them on OnlyFans is the biggest disappointment that black men gotta wear in the space, because you have either funded it, you're doing it, or you are too afraid and too ashamed to call it out. But this is black male leadership, you know. We don't lead in creating black male media. What we rather lead in is fucking light-skinned bitches on OnlyFans and putting out there for the whole world to see. Because we want the whole world to see that, you know, we're able to get women. You know, we're select. You know, we're a jawline nigga. No, we are that nigga. We are a grown nigga. Like Tommy Sotomayor says, I get pussy. I get bitches. I could get the finest of women. In fact, you could go to my OnlyFans page and you can see the bitches I'm getting. Where are your bitches? This is what black male media has turned into in this space. We see it with Obsidian. We see it with Kevin Samuels. Now we see it with Tommy Sotomayor. We saw it with Ramil Amir. It is strictly about getting money to pay to fuck bitches on adult entertainment sites, whether it be Pornhub, Xvideos, or now OnlyFans. This is where we are at in the black manosphere. Let's get back to the cooking right real quick.
That is not why. Like I said, and I previously said, once I got there, the energy was just completely whack. It was just completely off. I couldn't
stop the show. So your girl Chay Means basically said, since the energy was whack, since the energy was off, I didn't want to bang out Tommy Sotomayor on his OnlyFans channel like I said I was, because it all was dependent upon the energy.
Didn't do it, and I wanted to leave. So all that even happened after I left, when he go about paid her, all that. That's because she was texting me throughout the time, and then that's when she told me. He didn't even agree on like all that before we even got there. Everything happened after I left because I didn't want to be there anymore. Like the energy was just weird. And then he tried to say that I was jealous. He tried to say that I was jealous because he was giving her more attention than me, which was a lie.
You see, all Sugar Chay Means gotta say, I was open to the idea of doing the nasty on his OnlyFans page. When I got there, the energy was off. I changed my mind, and my friend ended up doing the nasty on his OnlyFans page. But yeah, I was interested in doing the nasty on the OnlyFans page. And if you want to shame me for selling my vajayjay for a couple of bands, well, you go right on ahead and shame me. But I'm comfortable in my femininity. I'm comfortable with my sexuality. And there's no amount of shaming you could put on me for wanting to have sex on OnlyFans. But now we gotta explain, we gotta Negro explain that how we're not a so-called prostitute sex worker out in the streets. Even though when we came on the Tasha K platform, we said we were a businesswoman. We had this fashion business going on. But on the back end, come to find out, we selling that box on OnlyFans. It just is what it is what it is at the end of the day.
But even after that, you said you would have slept with him if he was willing to pay you. You said you would have done it if he was willing to pay the money.
He was, trust me, Tommy was fucking cat. Like, trust me. That nigga knew what the fuck he was doing
But
when I got there.
Now, all of a sudden, Tommy was cat. All of a sudden, now Tommy is cat. That's crazy. Now Tommy is cat. Even though she said she was willing, now all of a sudden Tommy is cat.
After I left, you gotta understand that. You get what I'm saying? It's not that I was there and this has happened. I didn't watch
Jessica, I know you got a lot of questions, but your time is almost up. We got a lot of people waiting.
She was in the wrong.
No, it's all right. It's all right.
You can't punch a man in the face and expect him to just stand there and take it. She deserves to have charges pressed against her.
Drop her shit. Drop her, because I don't believe in domestic violence. I don't do that. So
wait a minute, Tosh. If you don't believe in domestic violence, if you don't agree in domestic violence, then you gotta call Chay Means out for throwing a punch. If you don't believe in domestic violence, come on, Tasha K. Come on, Tasha K. We can't do that, Tasha K. We can't do that, Tasha K. Now we kicking people off. We dodging accountability. All because they won't live up to the fuckery. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and drop the link. I guess I give it a good 20 minutes. Let's see if it'll let me drop the link real quick. Let's see, we dropped the link. Is it up there? There we go, right here. Let me pin it to the top, so if anybody wants to come on and give their opinion as to what's going on out here with these trumped up charges, because it's just gonna be a waste of taxpayers' money. Nobody's hurt, nobody's in danger. Tommy Sotomayor is just upset that he couldn't get his 1-2 off at the end of the day. But we got somebody up. Let's see who we got up here on the show. We got Leonard Roy on the show. Leonard Roy, will salute. Tell us what's on your mind.
Well, Tommy deserved that, because see what you say, Tammy? See, what Tammy does is Tammy will pull that on women, but Tammy won't do that with a man. See, if you go back in history, he was in New York doing something, whatever, and some dude punched him square in the mouth. He like, you see what he did? You see what he did? I'm like, where was you getting bucked in? Then when Tariq Nasheed D'd up on him on this streamcast, he leaned over to the side all like this here. See, now he won't be roaming around like anywhere down here in Georgia. You know, you won't see him at Little Small or here and there. Because he know if something comes up, male confrontation, he gonna do like in that old movie, Monty Python's In Search of the Holy Grail, when they had to go and get the killer rabbit. Run away! Run away! Run away! Yeah. And then look at his age. And then look at the age of the female he was talking to. You know, she's what, 25?
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy to doggone manipulate someone that age to amp them up to get to that point. It's very easy, you know, because, you know, they don't have enough years in life to be able to shut down things verbally, you know. And he knows that calling women a bitch triggers him. Now, I don't know why, you know, Lil Boosie's little brother, Tasha K, that's what she looked like, Lil Boosie's stunt double. Her, why the hell she didn't have Jessica cam up? All these people, oh, Jessica X, and she's got a little British accent and all of that working. I'm like, why are you in all these spaces on this side of the pond if you live over in the UK? All day, every day. What is your what's your deal? See? Because I won't talk to her unless she cams up. Well, Leonard, I think, I'm like, well, Jessica, I think you need to cam up or don't have any further conversations with me on this panel, period. And I just call it like that. And she just, but make job my security. And I don't even go into entertaining, talking to this clown. You know what I'm saying? But she's a clown. But all of these supposed to be so whatever dudes, yeah, they tricking money on these OnlyFans chicks. You know, they need to rename that show from Fresh and Fit to Bull and Shit. You got Tammy doing her thing out here. You know, you got Kitten Hills interviewing Future with the little go-go boots on. You got Stormisha down here in the Atlanta area, Monroe that is. A lot of them, they funk faking all day long, you know.
Right.
Hey, GMT. Hey, this organized, man. My opinion on the whole situation, dog, is I think somebody got their background noise on or whatever. But my opinion on the whole situation is that, you know, she had no, like, you can't stop nobody from saying what the hell they want to say, man. You know what I mean? So if this shit does end up in you know, a lawsuit and, you know, she's punished for some of the shit that she does, you know, even on the criminal side, I believe that that's a win, man. You know what I mean? Because you just can't put your hands on somebody because of what the fuck they say, man. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers got you know, freedom of speech. You feel me? And, you know, this sends a message. And shout out to Jessica X for holding that bitch feet to the fire, man. You know what I mean? Because everybody before her came, you know what I mean, and was pussyfooting around, but she asked the relevant questions. You feel me? And I really was not expecting her to do that. You know what I mean? But, you know, that was real cool, man. That was real good to see.
Well, let's talk about the criminal side of it all. In the state of Florida, that's battery simple. That's a misdemeanor, a low-grade misdemeanor at that. So there will be no jail time. There will be no this. Had she doggone got arrested and went to jail, she would have signed what they call an I bond. And that's a bond, you're in your own recognizance. It's your promissory signature to show up in court. It wouldn't even been any money paid behind that.
But
that's
yeah, but look,
battery simple. That's all
Leonard,
it is.
Leonard, but look, even with that battery simple, even if that's what it is, right? what's the likelihood that this broad is gonna have to be put through some classes, and them classes can cost you anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000-$3,000, man.
They don't have classes for battery simple.
Yes, they do. That's not true. Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Hold on now. Hold on.
That was the only point. That was the only point that I was making, Leonard.
Okay, hold on.
So listen. Let me just finish this point. All I was saying is that even if it's a battery simple, it's a good idea to sue this broad. It's a good idea to go press them charges so that she learns that next time doing that shit is unacceptable. You feel me? If you just let the shit ride.
Okay, I understand
if she pay that $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, for them classes and shit like that, then she'll think next time before she put her damn hands on a man. You dig?
She's not going to learn anything because black women are children. We get to treat them like toddlers, right? So my question is, do we get to punch black women in the face for talking shit? Like what? I mean, do we
Wait
get
a
to punch
minute.
them in the
Who
face?
is calling black women toddlers?
I'm asking. Do I get to punch? No. Since physical violence is okay because someone is saying something you don't like, do we get to punch black women for talking shit to us? Do we get the same privilege, black women?
Well, I'm the first person that'll say that black women don't have a right to put their hands on nobody. But I'm not going to sit up here and say that black men need to be treated like toddlers. Now, come on. Now, I'll be the first one to say, no, we do not have a right. Just because somebody verbally assaults us, it's two different types of assaults. And in the court of law, it's just not going to fly. It's two different types of assault. So you can't take verbal assault and then use physical assault to combat verbal assault.
There are lots of black women that disagree with you. There are lots of black women that disagree with you and will call you a mammy for what you just said. Right, straight up, they'll call you a mammy.
Oh well, I'll just be.
They would call you a black male worshiping mammy for what you just said, simply because you expect black women to behave like adults. I swear to God, they'll call you a mammy for that. That's it.
So you know all black women on like the United States just paint a broad brush, huh?
No, I'm asking a simple question. Since a lot of us in this community, we're arguing, he was a bitch ass nigga talking shit and he deserved it. Okay, so if a black woman is in my face talking shit, I get to rock her motherfucking ass, right? Because she's provoking me, right? Right?
Yeah, if you calling her a bitch and all this other stuff and being aggressive.
Cool, right. We get that. We get that. She gets to swing on me if I'm talking shit. Cool. Okay. So do black men do we get the same?
Well, I can answer that. I can answer that for you.
Let me ask you this quick question.
Village arsonist, I can answer that for you because what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pick and choose your battle. Because, see, a black man, you can rock her if she talking shit, and a black woman can rock you if she think you talking shit. But at the end of the day, both of y'all gonna end up in handcuffs. So you're gonna have to pick and choose what you want to do.
That's the fact. Because I tell you exactly, if I go into West End Mall,
bro. You talking because if
I go into West End Mall off Lee Street and there's some chick in there and I'm calling her a bitch and this and that and the third, I'm gonna end up in Fulton County lockup when that shit jump off.
Could the police put a foot in a brother's neck for talking shit? No. Y'all get mad about that. You get mad about that, don't you?
There we go, moving the goalposts.
Don't you get mad about
that? We're not talking about that, man. We ain't talking about that, man. We talking about was it permissible for her to put her hands on this man just because he was voicing his opinion about black women?
No, it was not.
We saw them clearly. We saw them clearly both talking shit. By the way, I'm tired of this bullshit that Tommy was just talking shit and little black bitch was just sitting there. We cooked baking cookies and wearing an apron and being ladylike, and he was just mouthing off and just ripping this bitch off verbally until she just had it. But they were both sitting there going back and forth.
You said a 25-year-old that can get on the internet can sell pussy don't know no better. Oh, she just a young girl that don't know any better. She's just a child.
It's a grown-ass woman, man. We gotta stop. We gotta stop, bro.
25 is grown. 25 is
grown-ass woman.
She's not a child by far. Fuck that. She's a
Man, we got to stop. We got to stop treating black women like children, y'all. This ain't gonna work, man.
No,
like, I mean, did y'all see the results of this shit? Holding them to no standards at all? God damn! I mean,
doggone black men that were not raised with fathers.
Like you, black men like you, black men like you, constantly making excuses for these bitches every time they do some stupid shit. Yeah, like you.
Me? Oh,
Yeah,
no,
black
bro.
men like you, making excuses for them when they do stupid
I ain't
shit.
making excuses for nobody, bro. That's the village argument?
Come on, you already know who that is, Leonard.
You can't read. You can't read. Put your glasses on, Leonard. Come on.
Can't read. I'm looking at
Come on, Leonard. Leonard, Roy. Come on, Leonard. Put them glasses on, man.
Hey,
I'm looking at a cell phone with a small display, jackass. So don't expect
Bottom line is, at the end of the day, I'm gonna jump off. But bottom line, we got two adults here that were mouthing off at each other. It was completely 100% verbal until the black female made it physical. Period. Point blank.
True.
Period.
That is true. Now, see, I'll agree with true. But all the other stuff, there you go.
But I will say this: I think it was a setup. I think that Fresh and Fit set that whole scenario up, and Tommy egged it on.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. That's what they do on reality shows.
But that shit don't matter.
On TV, the same thing.
She still did the action. What y'all don't get about that, bro? The police set you up all the time, niggas. But it's up to you to do the shit or not. Did you do the time or not?
Well, the police ain't never set me up, bro. I don't know what type of police you dealt with.
What's up?
We're in the world. They want to set your ass up right now for drinking and driving and get your ass right now. Shut up, please, brother. But
all I know is if I was Shay, I would try to sue Tommy. I would counter sue Tommy.
Let me let you know what I'm doing right now. I'm waiting on a knock at the door or a ring on my phone so I can roll out with my homie and put these eviction stickers on somebody's door because they need to get the fuck out.
Don't drive, though. Don't drive, bro.
See what I'm saying?
So I got a question for the Faith Factor. What would you counter sue Tommy for?
Well, I would counter sue Tommy because Tommy sat up there and he pretty much egged her on. He egged her on for the whole situation. I would counter sue him for pretty much initiating the entire thing. And I would sue Fresh and Fit podcast because I believe that was a setup from the very beginning because of how they made her the special guest of honor for that particular segment, and there was no reason for it. I just think that, she should get herself a good lawyer and have somebody investigate into that whole scenario because she was pretty much doomed from the time she stepped foot in that door. Now, I don't condone her actions and how she handled it, but I don't condone people setting other people up in that fashion too. And Fresh and Fit, people like Tommy, a message needs to be sent to them not to be doing these types of setups like this.
And what was wrong with the setup?
The setup was this. I mean, don't you think it was kind of funny that they bring her in there? Oh, you're the special guest today. Why is she the special guest? What did she do in particular to be the special guest? That's number one. And then number two, she said she didn't know Tommy was going to be there, but they purposely set her directly next to Tommy. And then if you look at the camera angle, like she's right there in the middle, guest of honor, like they said, and all lights, camera action on her. They set that whole situation up. But the thing about it is, even though she's grown, I think she's still a little naive to know what a setup is and what it looks like. So that's what I'm saying. She needs to get a good lawyer and get somebody to investigate into that scenario and go through their history. Because all of them have a history of setting up black women like that.
That's not true. She's a sex worker. She knows about setups. She definitely knows about setups. Them the same women that be setting motherfuckers up to get shot and killed down here in all the cities in North in America. Niggas is getting set up by women. So that's not even act like they don't understand setups. She understood. That's why she called it out. She's just mad she got caught acting out. She knew it was up. She knew. Like, she thought everyone was going to be on her side and back her up behind doing it. And trust me, she's not going to do bad after this anyway. Because I don't think this legal stuff going to really go far. Tommy just fucking with her. He want to put the fear of God in her, but it ain't going to go far. It really ain't.
I don't know. I don't know if I would agree with that. I have no idea if there's a law out there against something like this. I would have to research it and look it up. But there has been a lot of this going on, especially with the online, with the YouTubes and stuff like that. People just walking into scenarios and being set up and put in situations where it can be volatile like that. Now, it's one thing if it's just us on a panel, but they were all sitting together and they put her side by side next to him, knowing that they had bad blood with each other. I'm telling you.
Well, the thing is, they didn't have bad blood with each other, but anybody that knows Tammy knows that Tammy specifically hates dark-skinned black women. Specifically.
That's not
anybody
true.
that knows Tammy's
history. That's not true, and they did have bad blood.
How you gonna say that's not true? Look at all his content over the years. How you gonna say that's not true?
I think the brother talks shit about everybody. Honestly, I think he talks shit about everybody.
Oh yeah. Well, I tell you what. Did you ever happen to hear him talk about? It's an echo. Oh, you ever happen to hear him talk? Still echoing. Did you ever happen to hear him talk about when the United States Secret Service showed up at his door? He ain't talk about that, did he? When he was making,
I wouldn't talk about that either.
When he was making pedophilia, when he was making pedophilia comments in reference to then President Obama's daughter, I told him to take that off the internet. He did not. I went right up to doggone the 5th floor and talked to my people, and after the investigation, United States Secret Service officers showed up at his door, scared him straight. He will never forgive me for that, and I don't care.
What if he would have been so afraid of these guys?
Okay, somebody got a lot of background noise. I can't hear you, brother. I'm trying.
What if he would have got that brother shot because he would have decided to pull a gun and fight back against these strangers? Because when those alphabet boys come see you, I don't think it's normal. I don't think they have a normal approach, right? And when they come see,
they knock on the door. They knock on the door with their badges. United States Secret Service. You talking about regular old police?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Okay, all right. Well, I'm saying that's kind of, man. Why? That's kind of, well, he was making that.
Yo, GMT, what up?
If he's making pedophilic comments, I understand it is what it is. You gotta do what you gotta do. But
yeah, and I'm like, bro, you out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? Now he went on this little video rant, and I was like, bro, man, you feeling that froggish about yourself? I could drive up to Lenox Mall. That's when I lived in Savannah. You tell me when and where. Because I'm known for that shit. Meet me at such and such a spot, and we can discuss it face to face.
Hey, can I say something? Thank you. First, how you doing? G, you doing today? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, we can hear you, bro.
Forget all stuff, all that assault stuff, all that. You guys,
bro, you got a lot of background noise. Sound like water.
How do you feel about your favorite creator out here taking the money of him, and spending on women, tricking that money off on women, selling you a false name because I told you guys this 10 years ago. Tommy Sotomayor is a hustler. He's just running a.
Can y'all hear him okay, or is it my fault?
I can't understand nothing he's saying.
No, he's
jump off and
bro. Fix your mic, bro. Fix your mic.
I couldn't understand.
He sounds a little,
I can't understand what you're saying,
I
dude.
thought it was just me.
He sounds a little muffled, but what he was trying to say was how you feel about Tommy Sotomayor tricking on OnlyFans.
I don't.
That's his business.
No. See, Grandmaster, I don't think he's actually tricking. I think that we don't know the rules and regulations and what he's doing. I think Tommy's making porn, and I think he understands the laws of porn. So I think that Tommy's hiring them girls as paid actresses, not paid sex workers. That's how
not the first one.
So I don't think
hold on, let me mute up.
So I don't think so. We call it tricking because we don't know no better when it comes down to the entertainment industry. But he's doing this for the entertainment industry, so he's paying these women as actresses. But that's what I honestly believe he's doing. But they can call it what they want to call it. It's not. He's not using it for average, everyday tricking it like they think it is.
No, I think that there's a market for what Tommy is doing, and what Tommy is actually doing is he is primarily exploiting dark-skinned Black women in his OnlyFans porn. It's porn. That's exactly what it is. The gentleman that just spoke is correct. And it's exploitation of the women that he loathes the most. That's what I think.
Yo, can I say some, Grandmaster Troll?
Go ahead, Jalen.
Yeah, about the Tommy situation with Tasha K on the live stream. I knew she was for to get kicked off over difference of opinion. That's what these women do, bro. About the Tommy situation, she should never put his hands on Tommy first. So hey, just what it is, bro. I just had to say my piece, bro. Mute up.
Oh, okay, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Can y'all guys hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, cool. Now, all I want to say is that how do you feel about your favorite content creators? I didn't say creator, creators, meaning plural. How do you feel about your content creators taking these subscribers' money and taking their money and tricking it off on women when they're telling you that women are bad, but yet they're tricking your money off on these women that you guys are supposed to hate? How do y'all guys feel about that?
Don't bother me.
I've been called him out on that shit. I already knew what it was. I knew it was a money grab. I get it.
It's not a big deal. I don't know why people make a big deal of it.
So why? Okay, if that's not a big deal, I can understand your point. If that's not a big deal, then why is it a big deal with them causing this fake fight and this soap opera Jerry Springer stuff? We shouldn't even be talking about. Well, you guys shouldn't even be talking about that either, because to me, I think the bigger deal is people coming on YouTube, selling people fake narratives, creating all this BS so they can get money, so they can finance their lifestyle. And more so the manosphere, the manosphere guys in the manosphere, they talk about these Black women that they hate, that you're supposed to hate, but then they're taking your money and they're sleeping with the same, because all the time, Tommy Sotomayor, and I'm just going to talk particularly about him for 1 second. He's been talking about dark-skinned girls, weave, and all this other stuff. But every time you turn around, he's sleeping with one of these women. And then not only that, he's paying them top dollar. And also, this is not the first time he's been exposed. He's been exposed several times, going on Instagram begging women, and also using his YouTube, so-called YouTube fame. Oh, I'm a YouTuber. He's leading with his wallet, and he's leading with his YouTube fame. All sponsored by you guys. And I'm not saying necessarily you guys, but all sponsored by
hasn't Tommy said before that he would sleep with dark-skinned women, but he wouldn't do anything else with them? Is he tricking off on them, or is he using them?
He's using
is he exploiting them?
It's exploitation.
I don't call it
2,500 will pay him way back in actual content. Overall, like when they all come, all the people come in.
Can I ask you a question? Do you have an OnlyFans by any chance?
I don't.
Okay, well then you cannot talk about the economics of him generating revenue because you don't know. So, sir, every OnlyFans page doesn't have the same economic potential. Okay, so we don't know if this is gonna bring him residuals. Okay, take out the OnlyFans for a second. Let's just take that out the window. He's been doing this before OnlyFans has been out maybe about 4 years now? 4 years. Let's remove OnlyFans. He's still been doing the same stuff prior to OnlyFans. He been paying black women. He been using your money, not necessarily your money, but he's been using his subscribers' money to sleep with hookers, with hookers, porn stars, hookers, fans, the whole 9 yards. But yet
he's been doing it since 2010.
No, he's been doing it.
Trust me, he been doing it before he even got to YouTube.
Bro, it's
YouTube. YouTube just been an avenue for him to generate revenue.
He's been doing that since 2010.
So he's doing it as a licensed entertainer. Don't forget, he was a dancer his damn self, I believe. This nigga knows.
You can't believe anything that dude said he was. He won't talk about. He got locked up in Fulton County Jail for failure to pay child support twice.
Okay, I'm telling y'all, he's doing this as a licensed entertainer. Because think about it, he's flying women out. That's trafficking them. He's paying them.
That's not trafficking. That's not
okay. All right,
do that.
What? All right, we're not gonna do that. We're
doing the most now with that one.
But don't you have to have a porn license in order to even legally, do porn and sell it?
No, if he does it on certain sites like X videos or X and X, different other sites like that, like this dude been selling, after the other drop of him trying to become more edgier. Yeah, he's been doing that. He's been doing this shit for a while. That's why I'm like, ain't nobody, people getting bags off of this shit. And he's not the only content creator, but I'm just saying, like, he's just one of the most known content creators, selling, sex videos and shit. And motherfuckers are buying the damn thing. So, I mean, he ain't supporting these girls. These girls knowingly are coming on. And they getting paid and they come do all that damn shit. Like, this man got pages of this shit, man. Like, motherfuckers know what they getting into. Like I said, the girl that he was fighting with, that was one of the girls he was supposed to damn smash, but shit didn't go through. So that's all that was. It was a bad deal. Fresh and Fit set that thing up. Fresh Fit, like, what are the odds that those two are following each other on social media, but they end up sitting right by each other after they had a fallout?
Same night.
Right, exactly.
Like, and then all of a sudden, the light-skinned girl has enough strength. Like, you got to look at the context. The same time they started getting upset, it's like a Jerry Springer fight. The dude came and got between them right when they started arguing. All right, that's strike one. Then after that, she gets up. Now, normally, if you look at any other time when girls start getting like that on that platform, usually they would have to have the security that they have outside of that plaza or that venue come in there and start getting them girls. They didn't come in there and get them girls. And then after that, Myron and them was smiling when that shit was popping off. They knew they already had issues. You telling me that little light
they love that attention.
That little light-skinned broad, you saying that little light-skinned broad can hold back a grown-ass man? She got all the way to the other side and held that man back. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. So
you want the red shirt on?
Huh?
Yeah, the red shirt. Yeah, she jumped over there. Yeah, she did. Yeah, she did.
So she had enough strength to hold back.
She did.
She had enough strength to hold back Tommy by herself, and the other girl, she doing some cartwheel ninja flip on a pole and shit. Like, I'm like, what? This is like, and people believe in this shit. Then Myron went over there. Like, that dude, that light skin nigga never gets in fight. That dude too scared and wet. But all of a sudden, Tommy, he had no problem. He didn't jump up on Tariq when Tariq got in his face, but he can go fight this broad. Like, come on, Tommy. Like,
exactly.
So you gotta understand certain things are staged. Like, this shit outdid what Kevin did. in Miles, because now he's the new hot thing. You know what I'm saying?
But did Tariq have a strap though when he went on? They said Tariq had a strap.
Yo, can I say something real quick?
We talking about Tommy carried guns too.
Yo,
they both carry. I'm just saying.
Hey, let me say something real quick.
I'm gonna chime back in from my phone that I talk on. while I'm on on the road out here doing
Well,
it. You dig?
how you
So
can jump
I'll be back.
in a woman's face, but you can't jump in a man's face? How you can jump in a woman's face, but you can't jump in a man's face that push up on you? You could have done that same shit. You know what I'm saying? Like every other dude that jump up in his face, he don't got that same type of energy, but he jump up in this girl face. I'm just saying, man, it's the context, man, of shit happening. Always, I don't know why any dark skinned girl go to that goddamn Fresh and Fit. Y'all know y'all gonna get dragged. You're going to get dragged by them dudes. But again, they only hire sex workers and strippers to come up in there to do shit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you have to look at the age demographic of the dark skinned women that have been going on there. I've been noticing that they've been in their like mid to early 20s.
Yeah.
Now, when Tommy was online doing his effery, most of us that are like in our upper 30s and early 40s, we know what Tommy's about, but the younger generation don't. And so that's the reason why they get them young, because they know that they don't really know them like that, and they're not going to go back and do that research. So I could see, someone younger not knowing much about Tommy.
I got a question I want to ask the Faith Factor, because the Faith Factor said that these women were being exploited on Tommy's OnlyFans. And I want you to detail, in your opinion, how you think these women are being exploited.
Well, I don't know if exploitation is the right word, but here's what I think. Tommy does not like dark-skinned women at all. So it seems that primarily this is who he's looking to, highlight on his OnlyFans. He's not really highlighting any other preferences or too many other light-skinned chicks, even though he does do some work with them, but it's primarily dark-skinned women. So it seems to me like he would rather dog out dark-skinned women in this way on his OnlyFans. And he had pretty much said things like this, in his content, when he says, yeah, I will, I'll screw a dark-skinned woman, I'll do, sexual things with her, but that's about it. That's where it ends. And that right there shows me his mentality of why majority of the women in his OnlyFans are dark-skinned Black women, because he wants to kind of put them in that particular light. Like, hey, this is all they're good for type thing. So that's the reason why I said exploitation.
That's classified as hate porn. That's classified as hate porn.
The reason why probably the majority of his quote unquote models are dark skinned, because you gotta understand something. A lot of light skinned women don't have to do porn. There are some light skinned women that are doing porn. But
I can't let you roll out with that.
He can find more. I'm willing to bet he can find more dark-skinned women to sleep with than light-skinned women. And we got to understand something. There's more brown to dark-skinned women in the U.S. than there are light-skinned women. So just by the numbers, he's going to have probably more dark-skinned, brown to dark-skinned women on his site. Now, if he was just targeting light-skinned women, that would be a whole different story. But so I don't think in all this he hates dark-skinned women. Tommy doesn't hate any woman. He likes any female with a pussy. So he most definitely don't dislike dark-skinned women. The guy's a trick. I mean, well, I ain't gonna even say a trick. He's like most of these guys on YouTube that talk about women. They hate women. These guys are using your money to finance their sexual lifestyle. I don't see how y'all don't see it, because as soon as they get money, what do they start doing? They start dating and having sex with the women that they supposed to be hating. It doesn't even make any sense, and the subscribers are falling for it.
But I don't think the subscribers are falling for it, but they are on his Patreon. They're not falling for it. Like, they know. Like, it's one thing. I've talked to a few of these girls that have dealt with his ass. Like, nobody's being tricked. Like, they know what they're getting into. Like, it's one thing if I can understand if a woman were to say she went, met up with him, hooked up, and he video recorded her without knowing. That's exploitation. That would be exploitation. But if you only know you're getting paid for a service and you're getting a bag for a service, like, like $1,000 or $2,000 or something like that, then
Yeah.
you're not getting exploited. You there to do your job. She already told, like on Tasha K, which she was so proud to say, yeah, I sell coochie. So I don't know why all of a sudden that way it was a bad transaction. She tried to bring it out. Well, he paid me for sex. Okay, so we know you sell punani. The light-skinned girl stayed. She got dug out. You left. Okay, but if he had paid you, would you have still put that out there? I'm just saying, like, that's hypocrisy.
I don't think.
Let me jump up and say this real quick, man. I'm sorry, but I got to say this. I don't even like the nigga. I don't even fuck with Tommy. Okay, and it's nothing personal, but I just don't appreciate him coming on and just eat. I feel like he came on wanting some roast and shit. Okay, but nonetheless, all this he hates dark skinned women shit. Look, every single video that you see of that man with his daughter says otherwise. Every single video that you see of that man with his daughter says otherwise. I know how to read children. She's not faking. She loves her father. That's a dark-skinned little girl, and she loves that man. So I go off of actions. I go off of fuck all the talking. None of y'all have met him. I've never met him. And again, I don't even like the dude. But he hates dark-skinned women? Okay, well, let's ask his daughter. Because I'm seeing otherwise. Him having disagreements with grown-ass women on the internet is different. How does he treat black women in his personal life? Now, okay, he's gotten into it with black women before. But again, his own daughter? I mean, if he hates dark-skinned women that damn much, come on, man. Y'all full of shit. Anyway, appreciate you, GMG.
I look at it like right now, Tommy got he got more kids keep popping up at the yayo. Like this nigga started off with one child. Now he got 2 kids. I think the other one should be she'd be a teenager now, and then he got allegedly another child out there. We don't know, but we do know about the 2 of them. He did claim, and that he has his 2 daughters. So I'm not gonna speak on the microcosm of like I do know, yeah, this man has some kind of mama issues and dark skin issue. Like he's admitted to that. So we're not gonna lie on that. He definitely admitted and had his mental breakdowns about that type of stuff, especially talking about how he got went to jail because of a dark skinned woman. Now, if that's the case, again, I feel like this is his vitriol of how he gets back at them versus, how you get back at them like this is what they're good for. Like it's like ghetto gagging, the Tommy version. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those type of
It's not that, bro.
Stop, dude. Because there's a market for people who like watching that type of stuff. There's a market.
Tommy is not using. If that was the case, he would have a theme. He just having just regular porn.
Dark skin girl.
He does have a theme. BT 1000.
Goddamn title. Dark skin.
Everything's about dark skinned black women on his channel.
No. We talking about the porn. So
that would be the thing.
Let me, we trying to blow things really out of. This man is using this channel to finance his sexual addiction. It's obvious. I mean, it's obvious. He's using his channel to finance his sexual addiction. That's it.
Well, Ronnie, let me ask you something. Wait, Ronnie, wait, hold on a second. Have you ever heard of men using their penis sometimes when they're angry and they're having sex with their woman, and they use their penis to kind of, get back at her? They're a little rough with it. None of y'all ever heard of that?
No. Never heard of that.
Okay, all right. Well, none of y'all never heard of a man.
Nah, we ain't never heard of that.
Being upset, it might be a little something. Come on now, y'all are really killing it.
Now they brand new. Now they brand new to the world now. I ain't never heard of hate fucking. Like, you got all these damn porn sites that blow up like Ghetto Gaggers and all these other stores like swirling out or dugging out these girls. slut her out. Now all of a sudden these girls are saying, man, stop, man. Y'all know exactly those are like the most watched in BDSM, that type of dark shit. So that's what Tommy's down with. So why y'all acting brand new now that all of a sudden there's some kind of different thing? Like that's what he does. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, it is what it is.
That's exactly what it is. I mean, if you and your significant other may have had an argument and she won the argument, and even though you conceded, deep down in the resonance of your man, you still have a grudge against her. So in the bedroom, you gonna take it out on the VJJ.
Yep.
Y'all act like y'all don't know nothing about that.
They brand new to the.
I think
And that's
you
what I'm
guys
saying. Tommy is doing. Tommy is doing revenge porn. He is taking it out on the VJJ, but he's just doing it in a way where he can make money.
No, I think you guys.
Now revenge porn don't exist now. Okay.
Let me check something out right quick. All right, brother.
I think you guys are going way off base.
My man's been married 35 years, same wife. He grudge banged his wife.
Ooh.
He here listening like, what the hell they talk about? Because I lose an argument, I'm a grudge bang my wife. And this man been married 35 years. Did a whole lot better than me. Cause,
Wait a minute. I can't, y'all niggas look. How do niggas know what the fuck he's doing on his OnlyFans? I gotta ask, because I have no idea. I don't watch his shit.
You can go.
What's up, what? You did. These niggas telling them how the fuck do niggas know what the fuck Tommy's doing on his shit? How do you know?
That's a big question. That's a good question.
How do niggas know? Listen, niggas talk all the shit about TVA, but some niggas are fake. Niggas gay. I have never seen any of his shit on OnlyFans. I have no idea what the fuck he's doing. I have no interest. Salute, big dog, Wack. You got it, dog. You don't need me. Hey, G, I appreciate you, G. Niggas keep on telling on themselves. And I ain't got an answer yet. Can I get an answer?
I don't know.
Countdown.
No.
Anybody.
Easy. It's called All You
Jeopardy Music.
TVA, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, what's up, dog?
Okay. So you don't have to go to his OnlyFans, TVA. Just put in Tommy Sotomayor porn, and all his videos.
Brother, I have to listen. As a heterosexual big dog black man, I ain't typing in Tommy Sotomayor. That's important. That those three words will never be. Those three words. Do you hear me? I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. What the fuck am I typing? Listen, let me ask, what do I expect to see? If I type that into Google, what the fuck do I expect to see, bro? What do I expect to see? Come on, man. Come on, man. Listen, Tommy, look, I don't even like the dude.
Why are you mad
Tommy,
what you put out there?
Fuck all the bitches you want on OnlyFans, brother. Grown-ass women coming out there getting dug out for, hey, two grown-ass people, consenting adults doing what the fuck they do. If you niggas gonna whine about him, whine about the whole goddamn porn industry. Why don't you niggas whine about every single body out here making money from fucking? He's not the only person doing it. I mean, niggas gonna say what they, look, I can't lie on somebody just because I don't fuck with them. That's just not my character. I'm not gonna sit up here and join in and join bandwagon. Yeah, that nigga Tommy, yeah, that nigga. I don't give a fuck about what he's doing on OnlyFans. Why do niggas care? And how do niggas know? And so we just at BMT.
Yo, BMT, you gonna look that shit up? Hold on, BMT looking that shit up right now.
I'm gonna look it up, dog.
What?
I don't want to look it up.
Yo, what's good, BMT?
Jalen,
Hold on, let BMT. Let BMT speak. Hold on, TVA. Hold on, TVA. Let BMT speak. Go ahead, BMT.
Drop. If the man put it out there that he does that type of shit, and then other people done expose him, then how the fuck do I have to go search if literally people drop what he does over the internet?
That's how you did. You just said that's how you did. I asked how you knew, and you said go search
I don't know why.
Tommy Sotomayor porn.
Man, TVA, you going too hard on this one, man. Like literally.
Man, look, people can go listen for themselves, man.
His own people exposed him. Why the fuck you go hard for a man that got
so
exposed?
So now you know from other people saying it.
We talking about, nigga, I'm done. Like, you know what's crazy?
I'm just trying to get some clarification. Because he sound like dick policing to me. He sound like dick policing. Because he ain't messing with no kids, bro. He ain't messing with no children. These are grown-ass women, bro. Come on, man.
I covered this content.
What's all this morality shit, man? We all like pussy on this motherfucker. I'm thinking we do.
Now all of a sudden, y'all bandwagoning for Tommy. When I've been covered this shit,
no, it's not about that. See, there you go.
So now
it's not about. That's why I got ahead of you on that. I don't even like him. I don't even fuck with him. Everybody knows I don't fuck with him, so you can't pull that on me. Everybody knows I'm not Tommy's best friend, bro.
Okay.
So what you got on me?
Now, TVA. But I'm saying this. I'm not choosing no damn side. But if I've been done already said there are YouTube content creators,
why are we dick policing, brother?
Why you so on edge saying, well, y'all looking for heterosexual? If the niggas out there, then is out there.
What's your problem? What's your problem with it, though? What's the problem with it? What's the problem?
Let me tell you, my only problem
y'all
with
on a whole panel with Windmill having a good time when he was saying, what the fuck y'all bitch about me doing porn? Now all of a sudden it's about Tommy.
I've never complained about that.
Hold on.
Please play any audio of me going in on Tommy for doing porn. I've never had an issue with that. That's a grown man. I don't care about that, bro.
For goddamn dude doing porn now?
Hold on, BMT, you yelling a lot, bro. My issue is niggas don't know how to do it. See, they're trying to buy these women, and they're going to end up going to jail. Now, I think if they're going to be doing that type of content, they need to know how to hire actresses and do it the right way. I'm not mad at Tommy. I'm just talking about the overall subject of them doing this OnlyFans content. I hope everyone's doing it the right way so that nobody gets legally, dropped on their neck. That's all I'm saying. That's
I get you what you're saying that, bro. Listen, I get you what you're saying that, but this is nothing new to this space with people in Black YouTube getting caught doing sex videos, and that shit gets leaked out. Now all of a sudden, motherfuckers are playing like Mother Teresa and saints and shit. I can't believe y'all watch that shit. Ain't nobody watching none of that shit.
No, that's you. You're acting all outraged. Okay, it's out there. Man. Okay, he makes porn. What's the problem?
Man, like, y'all be
he makes porn. What's the problem?
So,
what's the problem?
Who says we get now? TVA, I got a question.
What's the problem, bro?
Let me ask you this: is anybody trying?
We're against fucking bitches now? Like, I don't get it.
Now, TVA. No, hold on. Let me ask you a question: is anybody giving a fuck, or anybody trying to stop Tommy from getting his bag?
Brother, you're the one making a big deal about him making porn in the first place. He's a two adults.
Wait. What do you see me make a big deal about it? I didn't say that's what he does. I just said that's what he does. I said
you're bringing it up. Period.
So if he does that, he's gonna. If the girl that he was on stage with, that he got into a stage fight with, right, was the same bride he was trying to fuck the week before, then that means his business is spilling into other platforms, right? Right?
What? She's a porno bitch.
Okay.
Entertainment.
Right. So
she's a porno bitch. What the fuck is that? She's not a fucking realtor. They're not buying real estate with each other, bro. He's fucking the bitch on camera.
Everybody else understand what I'm saying?
Hey, can I say something right quick?
She fucks for money. That's what she does.
Hey,
it's nothing against
y'all
that.
calling me out, bro. I'm trying to talk.
What you guys?
You're making it more. You're making it more complex than it is.
No, it's nobody.
Go ahead, my bad.
You just came up. You dropped down. You came up. You dropped down. You came back up again. Like you.
Bro, hey, y'all know it's the sister who don't hold these bros accountable, right?
Well, Faith Factor did speak some real shit earlier. I'll give her that. Faith Factor was speaking real shit earlier.
Yeah, what do you say?
She said, and I've heard several women say, even on the Tasha K interview. When Tasha K did the interview, you had Black women calling in saying, "Hey, no, she put her hands on dudes." So I salute that. But overall, in general, man, it's basically, nah, fuck that. We get to go around smacking niggas if they say something. I'm like, because we a female, you don't get to do shit. You supposed to just, I mean, no, bitch, we're not about to be your puncher. And let me tell you this, you start letting black women just beat the shit out of you, then you gonna have these bitches making videos talking about how we getting whooped, we getting our ass whooped by it.
So what
they don't start using it against you, bro.
Videos on my channel of Adele.
No. We gotta put our foot down on that shit.
Billy Thurston is like, what do you mean by letting women beat on you? Like, how would you stop a woman from attacking you? Like, what type of tactics?
First of all, we need to spread the message that grown women need to behave like adults, and there is a standard of behavior for what a real woman is supposed to act like. So I'm sick and tired of every time I turn around, we can talk for hours about what a real man is. What's a real woman? Does a real woman buck up at a man that she knows is stronger than her?
No.
Is that a real woman? Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Can we start having that conversation? That's all I'm asking.
How would you
Can we
go
start
about
having that
handling?
conversation though? Can we start having some standards for black womanhood? Can we start having some standards for this queen title, this sister title? Can we make them earn it a little bit?
We got
I mean, they can just do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Okay, so
and still be. You see what? Come on, man.
Hey, I agree with Village Arson on this one.
I'm sure you do.
I agree that women should not be putting their hands on men, but I don't think that a man knows that he is fully stronger than a woman should be beating her to a pulp.
So what are y'all arguing? So what's the thing?
Hold on, yo, Pastor, you gotta mute yourself, Pastor. Pastor, you gotta mute yourself.
Okay, so the man wants to buy porn or make porn. That's his line of business now. Now, what's y'all contingency? He don't give a fuck about getting married.
You gonna bring that up again? We were just talking about the other shit. Nobody was talking about the porno shit. You just brought it up again.
Nobody said anything.
Look, I hope we can be cool at this, because I know this niggas in this space get real, funny acting.
Triggered. Listen, if the man wants to be a trick, let him be a trick. The fuck? Why you keep
how is being
married? The man want to be a trick. Why the fuck you give a shit about marriage? Are you married? Are you married? I'm already finding these fuckers talking about marriage, and they ain't fucking married.
I'm triggered, but you're yelling. I'm triggered, but you're yelling. I mean, are you okay?
I'm just saying, you can't be always triggered.
Need some water,
I'm calling
bro?
you out saying, hey, are you married? And you get, why are you triggered?
I didn't say shit about marriage. The word marriage has never come out of my mouth on this panel until now.
Go find your fucking queen.
We're talking about porno. We're talking about marriage. Which one?
Okay,
you were just talking about porn.
So let's go back to the porno.
Bro, you brought this shit up, bro.
I'm glad we agree.
It's literally, bro. Your most recent manga. This porn was literally the best thing you said, bro. Fuck your fucking queen. This is crazy, man.
All right, y'all chill. We was talking about.
Y'all get triggered by black women, bro.
All right, y'all chill. Y'all both cracking me up and stuff like that. But we was talking about what.
This nigga on some crazy shit, man. Like every time a black woman trigger him out, bro.
Y'all chill. Y'all chill on that. But as far as what the faith factor said, hold on, BMT. Y'all chill on that. Y'all, yo. But as far as what the faith factor said, she made an interesting point in which she stated that, if a man, and correct me if I'm wrong, Faith, but she said, if you're a man and you're physically stronger than the female, you shouldn't be, beating up on a female. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Am I correct on that, or if I'm incorrect? Correct me.
Right, that's exactly what I was saying. Like, even if the woman came at you swinging, I mean, do you really think that she gonna beat you down? And do you think that, like, knocking her teeth out and spreading blood all over this concrete, like, is that necessary when you could just, do other things?
It's doing several hour-long streams advocating the genocide of black boys.
Hold on, let me respond to the faith factor, right? The reality is this. The reality is this. When it comes to any person swinging at you, male or female, whether they're stronger or weaker than you, the fact of the matter is this: when someone's swinging at you, your life could be in danger. You could still get hurt. It doesn't matter how small or fragile the female seems to be. If a female put hands on you, it's possible that as a man, you could suffer some sort of damage. So you have the right. A man in that position has the right to defend himself.
All right, now,
so that's the thing when people talk about, like, they give that argument when it comes to the differences of physical strength between males and females, because the male physically stronger, most likely that he shouldn't put his hands on a female. But what is that male in the position when a male is being assaulted? What is he supposed to do if he's being assaulted?
There's a point when it goes from defending yourself and it turns into manslaughter, though.
Yeah.
Well, there's a difference. Okay, but what? Okay, but it's funny because hold on, let me say. But the thing is, with Tommy, the thing was with Tommy, it didn't go that way though. It didn't go that way.
Okay.
She hit him, he hit her back. But y'all go ahead. I'll drop him.
Okay,
I'm gonna go real quick, then I'm gonna get off real quick. But Faith, I'm glad you said that. That is why they don't argue strength in when you go to court. They argue intent. Like that's what Wacky was talking about. The intent to hurt somebody is what actually matters, not the actual strength. Y'all have a blessing. I got to go get my son. Y'all have a blessing.
Yeah. All right. Now, so let me get at this, man. So we're looking at it where this nigga all of a sudden, like, I look at the context of the whole dude that came between them. Like, he could have been there. He could have got up. She could have got up, and they could have stopped. Motherfuckers just kept on at it. And like, listen, man, I've seen plenty of fights break out. Now all of a sudden she grabbing the mic. All of a sudden a little light skinned bra can hold you back as a grown ass man and shit. Like, come on, man. Like, get out of like the shit just be looking so phony as fuck. Like, if you really want to get at somebody, you gonna get at somebody. Like, that shit was so fake. That was like some WrestleMania shit. Now all of a sudden, well, the man's strength. But any other man that I done seen roll up on this nigga, he ain't do shit. Now all of a sudden this broad, he ready to go full war zone and shit. Like, I'm just looking at the context of how that shit played out. Now, I agree. If he defend himself as a man, keep your hands to your fucking self. If you want to smack her, that's fine. Do that. Like, you defend yourself or you jab her back. But don't all of a sudden say, well, you gotta beat her down and shit. Then it ain't gonna play out very well in court. But they're gonna be like, did you really feel that threatened by a girl with a mic? Like, he can't. That's gonna be kind of hard to prove that type of shit.
A grown woman that just punched him in the face.
Go ahead.
But see,
the thing is, BMC.
Just punched him in the face. My bad.
He ain't gonna do that with a man.
I mean, you could say that. I agree. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's on video. He got punched in the mouth. You see what he did? You see he hit me. Then Tariq Nasheed leaned up at him. He jumped all over to this side. I'm like, yeah. But you can stand up to a woman. But he ain't gonna pull that on a man, see? That's why he don't be out here around Atlanta like that.
You don't.
You know somebody put balls on him, and it ain't gonna end well.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like,
let me say this. I'm sorry, BMC. My full BMC. But thank you. All right, thank you. But all right. But I agree with the statement that the same energy that Tommy had for that female, he has a history of not having that same energy for another male when another male stepped up to him and even another male hit him, So I agree with that, but at the same time, a male, female, whoever still have the right to defend themselves if someone comes and swing at them. Both statements are true. The statement that BMT and Leonard said is true. He is a bitch ass nigga. Now let me get Tommy Sotomayor is a bitch ass nigga. All right, he's a fuck nigga. He's a fuck boy. Up here in New York, we call them fuck boys. Back in the day, we call them bitch ass niggas. He's a bitch ass nigga. All right, but nonetheless, what up, my boy Kevin? What up, man? But nonetheless, a bitch ass nigga have the right to defend themselves. And in 2022, when we live in the age now where you have, unfortunately, a lot of so-called black females who, for some reason, think that they have the same amount of testosterone as a male, and they try to literally put hands on the male, like trying to swing at him. I mean, how many videos have we seen where we've literally seen females putting their hands up, putting their dukes up, and swinging, trying to punch a male in the face? So if a male is in that position, what else is he expected to do? Now, this is one thing that, and I'm going to make this point, I'm going to finish. This is one thing that I blame this on Fresh and Fit. Because the thing is that, Fresh and Fit, they are the host of that content. Tommy and that girl came into their property, and they was speaking in their content, right? So My thing is this: if you're an owner of a property, and someone comes to your property, whatever happens to that person is the fault of the owner, because the owner is in the position to control shit, right? So, okay, when the female and Tommy was arguing, the hoe should have had security to come in right away and separate the two. But what did Fresh and Fit do? He allowed them to keep on arguing while they sitting next to each other, to keep arguing. They both was drinking and had some liquor inside of them. So the argument is going to escalate into a physical fight. So really, the female could actually, depending upon the laws in Florida, could actually press charges on Fresh and Fit. Because if you get, in certain states, I know in my state where I live in, if you get hurt in another person's property, the property owner can be liable, depending on the situation. So she could press charges on, depending upon that happened in Florida. So depending upon the state of Florida and their laws, she could probably press charges on Fresh and Fit. Or she could press charges on the landlord, of that building. She could do that. But at the end of the day, like I said, listen, I was brought up that if someone swing at you, you swing back at them. Hell, where I come from, you swing at somebody, you getting shot up. Listen, over here where I come from, I'm in New York. Females have gotten their asses shot up for swinging at the wrong dude. Hey, I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying that's the reality, man.
No, it's the law.
Let me say this one thing before I gotta jump off real quick. Black women, look. Let me bring some reason to my perspective instead of just all you're bleeding blood and all that. Look, ultimately I meant what I said, but listen, I need black women to understand black men's perspective. Okay, we simply can't allow you to think that it's okay for you to just ball up your fist and swing at our face as hard as possible. Okay, we're not talking about pushing us on the chest or you know how black women might do a little nudge on the head. Okay, look, we're men here. We're logical. We understand how to gauge shit, ladies. We're not saying if you lay a pinky on us, we're gonna motherfucking stone cold stun your ass through a goddamn table. That's not what we're saying. But as men, you're talking about women leaders and all that. Okay, as men, we cannot allow you to think that balling up your fists and swinging at our fucking face as hard as you can is okay. We simply can't allow you. We have to make sure you remember the consequences for that. Bottom line, you have to remember the consequences.
So exactly, how would you make the woman
grabbing weapons when it comes to you're actually trying to harm me? Grabbing weapons and swinging it. Listen, we're not doing that. You must remember the consequences for that.
How would you make her remember?
If you can't understand that, then you don't understand masculinity, and I ain't got shit to say to somebody like that. I'll listen to you, and I'm gonna jump off. Okay.
That is a great equal.
I was asking, how would you make her remember?
By defending myself. By doing exactly by knocking her the fuck out.
Yep.
Okay.
By knocking her the fuck out. By knocking her the fuck out, basically. I have to. No, I'm not going there because for one, I'm the kind of I got cameras in my shit. I believe in cameras in my shit. First, every time, anytime some kind of hostility goes off, I'm recording shit. It's like instinct now. Because I got weapons on me, so I don't play. I'm not going to prison for defending myself. So it's like instinct to start recording anytime there's an issue with anybody when I'm involved. So I got that. Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm not playing around. Yeah, if you're swinging at my fucking face as hard as possible and you're trying to harm me, you ladies want to grab weapons and shit like that, bitch. You're not about to give me brain damage. The fuck? Because I want to be chivalrous.
No, dude, just
fuck out of here. Nah, they're not about to stab me.
You
know, I want to be chivalrous.
So
you got limits. No, so we got limits now.
Yeah, there should be limits.
No, basically, black women be adults.
Saying that you don't defend yourself, but there should be limits.
What's wrong?
Exercise self-control, black women. Y'all want to be queens? Act like you can't be queens acting like goddamn 3-year-olds.
You can't be a king and talking about knocking out your queen. But what I'm saying is this:
if the queen is disrespecting me and trying to harm me, yes,
there is a hierarchy. There is a hierarchy.
King just lets you beat on him, baby. On what planet is that? What? On what planet does that happen?
in what patriarchal society is that allowed? Saudi Arabia, Nigeria, China. Where are women allowed to just beat the hell out of men and there's no consequences? Where? That's not the real world. I'm sorry. That's this feminist society.
Bro, you wild as hell.
You need to understand that. I gotta go.
Y'all niggas gotta go get another DV.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of domestic violence.
Well,
hey man, y'all better listen, man.
A number of times, not prison, and then not ever was it domestic violence.
That's a whole That's a whole DV right there, bro.
You know, if you've ever been to any type of anger management or domestic violence, the first thing they tell you is to de-escalate. Do everything that you can to de-escalate a situation. And I do agree that even though she was the aggressor, there were certain things that Tommy could have done to de-escalate that situation as well, such as not calling that woman out her name several times. Like I said, when it goes into the court of law, that woman is going to be charged with something, but it won't be as harsh a penalty, because the judge is going to look at that tape and he's going to roll back that video and see Tommy calling her bitches and all types of things. And her penalty isn't going to be harsh at all. She might have to do anger management. She might have to, be on parole or something like that. But it's not going to be any jail time or nothing harsh like that.
Do you know why? One reason why is because of her gender.
No,
it don't have nothing to do with that.
That's fair to say.
It don't have nothing to do with it.
It has a lot, because the courts. I'm sorry, London. I'm sorry, London BMT. My fault. Sorry about that, London BMT. But most courts, when they look at situations like that, they also look at the gender of both the people. And let's keep it real. Courts look at the way a lot of laws are situated. A lot of laws view females to be to be more innocent, in a way. Which is why females usually get, less harsher sentences for males, even if they commit the same crimes as males. So, no, I do agree, Faith Factor, that yes, when they go to court, she's going to get charged with something, but it's not going to be as harsh, because they're going to look at the court's going to look at the video and see how Tommy was calling all sorts of stuff. But also another factor in it is that they're going to look at the gender of the two. And when it comes to these situations, a lot of times the courts would either favor the female or give less harsh sentences to the female, a lot of times due to the gender, because the laws view females to be a little bit more innocent than males. But
I know, I hear you with that, Wacky, and listen, man, like I said, y'all know my line of work and shit that I deal with. Like, the thing about it I'm saying is this, man. Like, they always look at your body mass, the size, and they're going to ask, like, did you have a chance to get away? You feel me? Like, they're going to ask you a question in these type of scenarios, right? That's why when I brought up about the dude who came between them, that was the get out of jail free card. You feel me? If anybody felt threatened, that was your get out of jail free card. You feel me? Because they already saw, it's getting too hot. It's like the Jerry Springer type of when Steve comes up there and starts putting his hands on the person, say, hey, calm down, chill out. Now, she's going to catch her charge. You feel me? She's going to catch her charge for that. She ain't going to walk away skimp free. Now, and it's a good thing he didn't take it too far where he started punching and beating her in the face. See, right there, that's called excessive force. Some of y'all need to probably learn that word, excessive.
That's what I was trying to say. The BMT is called excessive, and a lot of you guys sitting up here talking about knocking a woman out, that's going to fall into manslaughter or aggravated assault. Yeah, and you talking about doing years behind bars, behind an aggravated assault.
Especially in goddamn Florida, like that shit.
Let's break it
down. Hold on. Can I get in here?
Yeah, what's up, Kevin? What's up, man?
Aggravated means you broke someone's bone. Okay, y'all need to look up the laws and stop watching CSI.
But that's what I said. That's what I said. If you knock the person out, a concussion, that could turn into something deadly. If you cut off somebody's circulation, if you strangle them, that's aggravated assault. If you break a limb, That's aggravated assault. And see, what these men are talking about is making it memorable. And making it memorable means that he said he gonna knock her out. That's aggravated assault all day. It's not just broken bones. It's you putting the person in a situation where they could die.
Come on now, let's. Okay, look.
Okay, hold on. Let Kevin Kelly speak after Leonard.
All this talk about laws and this and that's capping. That's people trying to scare you into not fucking them up for you doing bullshit. Okay? The question is, do you want to take the risk of getting a broken jaw, your eye popped out your socket or some shit? That's what you should be concerned about. You're trying to say, oh, well, don't hit me back because if you hit me too much, you can go to jail for 10 years. How about you look at, you might die if you fuck with this guy and he stabs you. So control your fucking self first. Control yourself first before you escalate the situation by running your mouth or slapping this dude. It's like I did.
Well, I wouldn't do that. However, I'm just letting men know because men are under the impression nowadays, under the new school of thought, that it's okay to just, go full force in on somebody. And I'm letting you know too, you think also about your future. Because see, bruises and everything else, that heals. But you sitting up in that jail and you having that little chink on your record, that's a little bit harder to deal with long term. So you think, see, it's always the black man always want the woman to be afraid. And the black man get to run around here knocking people out on buses. I seen, black men sitting up here just intimidating the hell out of women. And see, y'all got to stop that too. Because, just the same way y'all feel y'all got it right, a lot of women are now tired of you all using that fear factor on them, and they nutting up on it because of that. They not scared. And see, you want them to be scared, but they not.
Face factor. Okay, but you gotta.
It's definitely a fact, okay, that there is a lot of bitch-made ass niggas out here that will only nut up on women. I only hear y'all trying to scare and intimidate women. That's it.
Males fight. Hold on, males fight other males way more than they fight females. Especially if you actually want to look at the crime statistics of black males are more likely to commit a criminal act against other black males. So to try to make it seem as if this whole collective of black males are just going around beating the shit out of black females, nah, man, because black males are more likely to commit violence against other black males. But the thing is that, listen, black males, males in general, we know that if we assault anybody, that there's a chance of us going to prison. But this is the thing with males, right? Is that if you do something violent towards us, our instinct is going to come out and we're going to do the same shit back to you, and we deal about the whole legal shit later. That, because I know that's the way I am. Anybody put a hand on me, male or female, listen, I will beat the living shit out of you and worry about that legal shit later. You know what I'm saying? That's the way I am, whether you can say it's right or wrong. So what I'm trying to say is that the reality is you have males that when you put them in a hostile situation, they're not going to give a fuck about what happens afterwards until after they beat your ass. So you could say, hey, you could tell Mel, yeah, you could face this much time in prison, this much time in prison. But hey, listen, that doesn't take away the fact that you get your jaw broken. That's the thing. Violence, if I, like, for example, if I get violent towards Leonard, hypothetically speaking,
black women call the police on them, and then black women putting y'all in jail because y'all feel as if hey, it's worth going to jail because you got to defend yourself against the woman. I'm giving the reality of what happens.
I'm giving the reality of what happens. I'm giving the reality of what happens when someone commits violence towards a male. Listen, if I, hypothetically speaking, let's say if me and Leonard, now I saw Leonard somewhere, and then I put my hands on Leonard gonna hit me back. Leonard is military trained, okay? So he know how to fuck a nigga up, okay? Leonard gonna hit me back. Now, whether or not Leonard will go to jail, he gonna worry about that shit later. But at that specific point in time, if I put hands on Leonard gonna try to take me down. Because his instinct is gonna pop up. Not only his male instinct, but his military instinct. What he was trained in the military to do is gonna pop up, and he gonna do his thing. Same thing with BMT, another military veteran. You know what I'm saying? If I put hands on BMT, he's going to do what it takes. So that's what I'm saying. I'm giving the reality of this is the male instinct. So you can't sit there and say, well, you know, if a female put hands on a male, that male got to de-escalate the situation. Nah, fuck that.
That's not what I'm saying.
The reality is this: if you touch somebody, somebody's going to touch you back.
Around and end up with a manslaughter charge, because in a lot of states it don't matter who hit who. They gonna look at the amount of damage, and if you sitting up here talking about you gonna fuck somebody up, the amount of damage you leave behind will dictate how much time you end up doing.
And that's fine. And like I said, if that's the case, I'll deal with that afterwards. That's fine.
Because if somebody said, now watch. Now, if the woman can hit you, she could slap you. But then you turn around and you do a 2-piece, a 3-piece, a goddamn body slam, and then you chokehold, and then the woman is sitting in a pool of blood, and when the police come, you ain't got no scars on you, but this woman is laying here almost dead. Who do you think going to jail?
But most males, okay, you're given a scenario that doesn't happen most of the time when males put hands on females. I'm giving a scenario
that I've seen with my own eyes. I'm from Chicago.
Okay, so you're being anecdotal. You're being anecdotal, but let's just be realistic when it comes to the grand scheme of things. Let's look at the grand scheme of things for the most part. I'm not moving the goalposts. You did. You moved the goalposts. I didn't move the goalposts. You did. You start talking about. You start talking about choking somebody. You talking about choking somebody. You talking about somebody being in full blood. But what I'm saying, hold on, faith factor. What I'm saying,
I've been arrested, and I've been in a situation where I've seen motherfuckers getting arrested. And what you talking about? You gonna send people down that road to being in that damn penthouse?
No, the person that put hands on someone is gonna put a person in that road.
I'm telling you to be smart about the shit. I'm telling you to use
likewise the female in that position.
And I tell women the same thing. I just said over and over again, women, keep your hands to yourself, but be smart about the shit, because you gotta know laws in your state. And there are laws, there are levels to these laws. Even if the woman slap you, if you the one leaving behind trails of blood, your ass is going to jail.
Okay, but like I said, I get that. But like I said, a lot of males, when they're in a position where someone is when someone is initiating violence towards them, their instinct gonna kick in, and it's to fuck that motherfucker up, man. And they'll deal with that court shit later. So like I said before, you can say all that shit about the laws and going to jail, but at that time, at point in time, hypothetically speaking, if I initiate violence towards Leonard or BMT or Grandmaster Troll, right? Their instinct's gonna kick in, and they're gonna say, "I'm gonna fuck Wacky World the fuck up." But they're gonna deal with that illegal shit later. That's all I'm saying.
Hold on. What the courts and what the police are gonna do is they're gonna look at, okay, once you have pretty much, the threat has been neutralized, they're gonna look at whether or not you could have gotten away long before you went extra in on the situation. And if the answer is yes, you could have, but you decided not to, your ass going to jail.
Okay, understand that, but what did I say? What I said before? Most males, they say they're going to be like, if they're in that position at that time, they're going to deal with all that legal shit later. They're like, fuck it. If I'm going to get locked up, they say, fuck it. If I'm going to get locked up, I'm going to get locked up. Fuck it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to fuck that motherfucker up.
You remember that decision for however long you got to sit your ass in jail.
And that's fine. But females, if they put hands in the males, they're still going to get their jaws cracked. Okay? So, both are right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong. Say face factor.
For however long you got to sit in there.
Now, hold on, faith factor. You trying to make it seem as if I disagree. I don't disagree with you.
People love to make it sound sexy to win a fight, especially against a woman. It sounds sexy, but it ain't sexy when your ass is sitting up there in behind bars with a whole bunch of other stiff legs, and you sitting up here trying to keep them off your ass. It ain't sexy then. What I'm trying to tell you is think, fool. Think.
You make a whole story, don't you? The whole you just made a whole scenario again. Once again, it's just scenarios with you.
And I never said it was. Oh, I'm sorry, Juan. I'm sorry, brother. But I never said it was sexy to put hands on somebody. Right. So I don't know where she get that exaggeration from.
No, I said no. You try to make it seem like it, because and I say the same thing to black women, because I did a video on the same subject yesterday, and there were black women sitting in my audience talking about, yeah, she should have took that microphone and went upside Tommy's head. And I tell black women all the time, no, you gotta think. You don't want to sit up here and put yourself in a situation where you're behind bars. I wouldn't wish jail on my worst enemy. Been there, done that. I wouldn't wish that on nobody. You think the shit is sexy? Oh, I won the fight while you're sitting behind bars. That's stupid. You sound real dumb.
Once again, I don't think it's sexy, and I never said it was sexy, and I never insinuated that it was sexy. I'm saying that's reality. I never said it was sexy.
But no, it's not reality. Here's the thing. We all make choices. We all make choices. It's all about the choices that you want to make. And if you don't want to make a choice to choose yourself and stay out of jail, that's on you. But the white man gonna make that shit memorable. He gonna make you remember that choice. And you're gonna sit behind bars thinking that wishing that you had made a different choice.
Let me ask Juan Soto a question. Juan Soto. Hypothetically speaking, if I put hands on you, what would you do to me?
We fight.
That's reality. Thank you. That's reality.
Look, bro. I told for all the time, man. I had called my girl one time. I had called her cheating, and I ended up fighting the dude. I asked the dude to leave. He didn't want to leave. I threw his shit out. I said, man, you gonna have to go, man. For for shit go bad. He called the fucking cops. When he called the cops, I can go and talk about it now. I got the charges. It's cool. It's whatever. I beat his ass. When the cop got there, I told him for some reason I went into I hate to say this, I went into a beta mode. I started playing the victim. Man, I caught her cheating, man. This. You know what that motherfucker told me? Why you didn't leave? Why you didn't fucking leave? Why you didn't go? He like, I'm married. If I call my girl cheating, I'm leaving. I'm like, bro, which I don't believe, because you a cop and you really just pop her ass and come up with a whole story. But either way it go, he made sense. It wasn't about how I felt about the situation. It's logic. So in the case of the person, regardless of what the motherfucker say to you, once you put yourself in that position that you want to fight somebody, you can't sit there and go around telling folks, the motherfucker should have sat there and let me do what I want, because I wasn't gonna hurt him. That's bullshit. Everybody, one of the first natural rules of being a human is self-preservation. That's for anything that's living. Viruses and bacteria and all. It's self-preservation. So if a person get up in your face and stand up to you, you're gonna take a defense. I don't care if it's a man or a woman. I just don't like how people keep on trying to. It's funny. Everybody keeps trying to go around what the motherfucker did and try to say, well, it's a backstory to that, or well, this propped it up. No, motherfucker, it's a decision. Point blank. Period. The same way motherfuckers make decisions to have kids out of wedlock. Same way motherfuckers make decisions to not strive educational wise, social wise. Those are the decisions that you got to live with. What you were saying earlier, you was making up scenarios, and then in every case you made a scenario up where the man was doing even worse, and you body slammed the motherfucker, and then if your pimp slapped the bitch, you gonna go to jail. Yeah, of course, if somebody take it that far. But most of the time, when a man is engaging in a woman and he's not the aggressor, he's not whooping her ass to make a point. He's whooping her ass to calm down. Most time he whooping her ass is really just blocking the motherfucker and pushing her down. And there's a lot of men in jail because women stopped her from grabbing her hand, and she went ahead and called the police. And they in jail because they looked at it, well, you should have put your hands on her. But all he was doing was strangling her.
Just one question. I had just one question. That question is, with Chicago people, who give a fuck about going to jail for real long?
Oh.
Explain that part to me.
Oh, they walking niggas down on camera like it ain't nothing.
Explain that part to me. For myself, because I know I don't be giving no fuck. I was on North Avenue in Moody. Somebody was on some doggone Tony the Tough Guy on Facebook. Drove up from Georgia, went up there, made that little confrontation, and let a few go. You know what I'm saying? Had my ass locked up. I'm like, okay, I got a good lawyer. This case ain't gonna go nowhere. So I ended up, at the end of it all, I got charged with not having a current FOID card. That's an Illinois firearm ownership card. I'm like, really? I'm not an Illinois resident. So how y'all gonna even do that? That's all right, though. That's gonna get dropped off later. Brought my butt right back down to Georgia. But I tell you what, somebody didn't do that shit, that Tony the Tough Guy shit no more. Chicago people don't give a fuck about getting locked the fuck up. Especially with Kim Fox in there and the rest of them. You get locked up, you getting right the fuck out. All you gotta do is just have your people in court on 26 in California, unless they got you out at Markham being arraigned. As soon as they say what your doggone bail is, you do this. Some of your people nod their head. You know you finna make bail. You finna be out in doggone 12 hours with the next cycle. So, who in Chicago give a fuck about going to jail?
Hey, yeah. Hey, Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's organized again, man. I just want to come in and, I've been listening the whole time since I got off the last time, and the shit just really strikes me, man. Just listen to our conversation right now. We having conversations about self-preservation. We having conversations about defending yourself and a woman possibly killing you. Like, listen to how far we've devolved, man. You know what I mean? Like, when you listen, you don't never see Asian women. There's no video out there of Asian women beating up their men. You don't see videos of Arab men over there in Saudi Arabia getting beat by their women. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, I just want to bring some attention to the conversation that we having, bro. Like this shit is unbelievable unbelievable as a conversation, bro. It's crazy.
Oh yeah, that's very true. That's how how far.
Can I ask you something real quick? Are there a lot of videos of Asian men beating up Asian women?
No.
There aren't. There are not a lot of videos of other groups of men really beating up their women like that.
No, but and let me say
so
this.
I mean, it really makes me question when y'all talking about some, there ain't no videos of Asian women beating up Asian men. There are videos of black men beating up black women though. There are also a lot of videos online it's a lot of videos of us beating us up. Period.
Right,
we the only ones acting a fool on this internet.
Let me rebuttal. Okay, now my rebut to that would be the fact that they don't. The reason why you don't see videos of they women beating their men and they men beating their women is because they have a structure already. They have a structure in place that doesn't allow for that. You know what I mean? They have a those women know what the consequences are if they try some shit like that. So they respect the code and they abide by that at all costs.
And what's the reason why we don't see the videos of the men beating up the women? Are they respecting the women like that? Are they on the code? Do the women get them in check?
They knock their ass out. And it is videos of Asian men beating Asian women and other races of men beating the women. Even white.
Yeah, and there are also videos of Asian women beating on their men too. I have seen. I've seen the videos of Asian women wailing out on their men too.
I mean, of course you're gonna see it, but you're not gonna see it in the numbers and the masses that you're gonna see.
Exactly. It's only black men and black women acting a fool online. It's only black men and black women turning on the camera hollering world star. It's not these other groups of people. So we can't even use them as a blueprint because they don't act a fool like we do.
No, but what you mean you can't use them as you can use them as
You
evidence?
can't because see, black men do not have. I'm sorry, but black men do not have a patriarchy set up for their women like these other men do. That's number one. That's number one.
Problem. That's what we said.
And hold on. And the problem is because a lot of you all are not doing what you're supposed to do as men in the first place. I have seen more men. I have seen more men getting up here talking about putting women in check more so than they talk about getting a business and getting their shit together. I've seen more black men focusing on getting a woman in check, but they don't have nothing for the woman once they got in check.
I thought the topic was putting women in check or defending yourself. I didn't know we were talking about Bitcoin. I didn't know that was the topic of discussion.
Oh, you didn't know. You didn't know. Okay. But at any rate, Grandmaster Troll, I can't stay up here long. I got an appointment to get to, but I just wanted to say thank you for allowing me up on the panel. It was nice, and peace to everybody.
Peace, and you're welcome. Well, you guys got any final thoughts before I shut this one down?
Yeah, man. I just find it funny how she kept on saying that people were moving the goalposts, but she moved the goalposts right off the field with that last statement. Because I could have sworn y'all were talking about a current topic, not about financial empowerment and stuff like that. It's always funny. She said that black men don't have no patriarchal standard or foundation in the community, but wasn't they the ones that were taking black men out of the house? So there could be none?
That's correct.
If you look at commercials and TV shows now, when they be showing black women, do they, and like let's say like financial commercials, like credit builder commercials, do they be with a black dude or do they be with some white boy? You ain't seen two black couples
that's a fact right there.
Do a credit builder commercial. You ain't seen that, but you see everything else. They don't even show black couples no more unless it's for a black dating site.
Large.
Right. Hey, look, GMT.
Yes.
My final thoughts on the situation is this, man. You know, in regards to what she said, black men don't have no patriarchy. Yes, the fuck we do, man. You know what I mean? Wherever there's black men, there's the motherfucking patriarchy right there. But the thing is that black women have been incentivized to not abide and not fall in line. You know what I mean? And that's that's the fucking problem right there, man. You know what I mean? Black men don't have a patriarchy. How dare you say that? We do. You know what I mean? We just as much as a patriarchy as the Chinese men. We just as much as the patriarchy as the Arab and the white men. It's just that the women are not incentivized to fall in line with the shit. So, I disagree with her on that, man. You know what I mean? And it's that very idea right there that she has in her head that's causing the problem. Y'all don't have no patriarchy. Where you get that idea from? Who told you that? Where you learn that from? So that's my final thoughts on the GMT.
All right. Those are good final thoughts. Leonard Roy, you gonna send us home?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and take everybody home. It's like this. Number one, keep your hands to yourself. Number two, don't be verbally insulting and get someone in their feelings, because then they'll probably put their hands on you. See, if you notice, well, you've already well noticed, when I'm doing topics or I'm on somebody's panel, I don't call women bitches and I don't call black men niggas, because we are black. We are neither of the two. And when other people start realizing what they are and who they are, that will upgrade the level of respect right there. See, it's all about respect, self-respect, and all of that. The whole thing that's been lost in Black America by a lot of black folks thinking somebody owe them something. Don't nobody owe you shit. You better get up and get out and go get it.
Facts.
Thank you. Those are my final words. I'm done.
All right. Well, thanks to everybody who came on to the panel and contributed to the show with their conversation. It's greatly appreciated. I will see you guys later on, maybe even tonight, depending on if I get out of work early enough, which I think I should, but I'll be back. Thanks to all people, to the people who supported. And with that said,